What is going on, everybody? Hello, my dears. I have not seen or talked to y'all in a while. I hope that everybody had an amazing Thanksgiving. Hope your holiday was great. I know mine was. And we are back like that child support payment, goddammit. Oh my goodness. Boxing has gotten so ghetto, honey. It is just ridiculous. I don't know. People crashing out, sanctioning bodies, shaking people down, honey. We got a lot going on. We're going to get into most of it, some of it, a lot of it. I don't know. It's all over the place. But we're going to definitely talk about what is happening in boxing, the state of some of these affairs, and then I'm going to ask y'all how y'all feel about it. So, as usual, we got to get into the news, what I can find any damn way, because, baby, oh my goodness, it has been a lot. When I say a lot, mother just, ooh, clutch my pearls, honey. Oh my goodness. Okay, so where in the hell should we start, darling? Oh, okay. So this fight um, is now canceled. The Elijah Garcia versus Alexis Gayton fight is off due to Gayton failing a PED test. Oh my goodness, there is so much of that going on around here. But we're gonna dive a little deeper, baby. He failed his pre-fight drug test. Obviously, this fight was on the Pitbull versus Roach card. So now everything just move on up a slot, child. I don't know. But he has failed his drug test for a banned substance. Honey, we're going to get into what's going on with VADA in just a little bit. Whew, okay. Turkey Al Sheik. He wants Ryan to fight Conor Benn if he is victorious against Mario Barrios. Now, obviously, we know this fight is due to take place in February of 2026. They will be fighting for a belt. Hopefully, Ryan can go on and get him a little belt, child, since he do not have one, never has had one. But if he is victorious, unfortunately, and I thought he was going right back into the fight with Devin, which is the fight he should have had after his suspension, but nevertheless, he Turkey anyway wants him to face Conor Benn, and does not want him, I guess, to fight Devin right away after this fight, which is after two fights that they both already should have had. Nevertheless, we will see where that goes. I will keep y'all abreast on that situation. Now we all know that Anthony Joshua is due to beat the eyebrows off of Jake Paul's face, and he is right around his weight limit for the how do I say this? Well, he's right around weight. I think it's supposed to be 245 pounds cutoff limit. He's at 243.8 right now, so he is on target for this fight after he done been slapped with that rehydration clause. So he's looking good. It's looking good, and Joshua has a lot on the line, right? Obviously, him and Eddie Hearn are eyeballing a fight with Tyson Fury. If he loses to Jake Paul, then obviously they can kiss that fight goodbye. So we're hoping that he can go ahead and do for us what several others could not, and get Jake Paul the hell on up out of here. But he's on track to be on weight, so there should be no surprises within his weight. Um, so we'll definitely see what's going on with all of that. Moses. The WBC has orders Moses and Tamu and Lawrence Okili, I guess, in a heavyweight title eliminator. Obviously, this is going to be promoted by Queensberry. And then from there, we shall see what goes on. The winner will get a shot possibly at Usyk. So we shall see. I will keep y'all posted what's going on with that particular fight. Obviously, and we're going to talk more about this fight later. This fight looks like it is going to be coming to fruition at the top of the year um, in New York City. So we're going to definitely get in and talk a little bit more about that because Shakur recently did an interview with Najee, and I want to break down some of what he was talking about on there, but we'll do that a little bit later. What I found interesting, though, amidst a lot of other things, was this. Lamont Roach is set to be stripped, obviously similar to how Bud was stripped when he fought Canelo. From the lower weight classes, he will be stripped as soon as he sets foot in the ring on Saturday to fight Pitbull on the 6th. Now, Jazza Dickens, he will be elevated to the absolute champion, and then Tusami will have the opportunity to challenge him later this month in a Riyadh season card. But as of December 6th. Once Lamont walks down that goddamn aisle and steps foot in that ring, he will no longer be a 130-pound champion with the WBA. So that is the chance that he is willing to take. And obviously, they are, if I'm not mistaken, they are fighting for the 140-pound interim belts that Pitbull has. I also find that interesting because a lot of people were making reference to Javante pulling Lamont up, but it seems as if he can fight at any weight class. If I'm not mistaken, he also came in heavier than Pitbull at the I don't know if that's a pre-fight weigh-in or the 14-day check-in or whatever the case may be. He was heavier than Pitbull, so I just find that very interesting, um, to say the very least. Also, your boy Subriel, he has been cleared. God damn it! Now he said it was just a little pinch of aspirin. So he has been cleared, and the fight with Dallin will continue as scheduled. No hiccups there. We're gonna unpack a little bit of the WBA a little bit later into the show. I want to just kind of get through some of the news. Um, I saw something else that kind of, I don't want to say it disturbed me, but it kind of made me, I don't want to say look at this person differently or whatever. But anyway, Mike Tyson is in support of the Muhammad Ali Revival Act. I honestly don't know how I feel about that. Um, Obviously, I talked heavily about this on my channel throughout my videos. Recently, did a read the room with my brother, an extension to one of Turkey's newest acquisitions. But this also is something that they have on the table and have been trying hard to push through Congress. Obviously, we talked about Brian Jack and then Sharice Davis. They are backing this UFC TKO led legislation. Now, there have been several other people. I told y'all the California, they passed it 6-0 in the dead of the night like a thief. They went in there and voted on it, obviously, so they wouldn't get a lot of public pushback. But this is a little bit surprising from Mike Tyson. I really didn't think that he would be someone in support of something like this, but I guess times change, things change. I'm maybe going to have to give this thing a second look because there's a lot of people now coming out in support of this bill. And I really can't figure out why when it takes pretty much all of the fighters' protection away from them. So I don't know. I'll do some more digging and see what I can come up with. But as of right now, yes, he has gotten on board with the Muhammad Ali Revival Act. So I'm not really sure what to make of that, guys. And this obviously talk, we're gonna talk more about this and the crash out that followed and everything else that is entitled with it. But obviously, they stripped Terrence Bud Crawford. I posted it on the community page um, because he failed to pay his sanctioning body fees for two fights in a row. It wasn't just the Canelo fight. They were saying that he also did not pay his sanctioning fees when he fought. Um, at 154 as well. So that is the reason that I guess they assumed they decided to just go ahead and strip him. So it wasn't a just rush to judgment, rush to strip. This is the second fight that he did not pay his sanctioning body fees in, guys. So this is why he was stripped. Not saying I agree, not saying I disagree. I'm just telling you their reasoning behind why they stripped him. So obviously now Shiraz and Billy, they will be fighting for that belt. So there's that. Um, we we're gonna get into more of that. But before I get into more of that, since we are done with the news, obviously we know about the upcoming fights. We're gonna talk about that in just a second. But let me go ahead and speak to everybody in the building. What's going on? Let's go up to the top here. All things. Hey, babe. Mr. Bagumbo, salute to y'all. Dr. Al Kamani, happy holidays, baby. I ain't talked to you in a minute. Hope everything is okay with you. Y'all don't know, I have such the biggest crush on Dean. I just love his voice. Dean by any means. Let me stop playing around. What's up, Dean? What's going on, everybody? What's up? What's up, Gecko? The Real Hill, my boy. What's up with y'all? What's up, y'all? Yeah, we're gonna get into a lot of this craziness that's going on. Good evening, everybody in the building. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Mr. Oh, hey, Mr. Gray. I didn't see you in a minute. How you doing? Hope everything is all right with y'all. Hope everybody enjoyed their holiday, man. Yeah, boxing is getting ghetto, so we're definitely gonna talk about it now. Obviously, we know the fight card that is coming up. Um, Roach versus Pitbull. Obviously, I told y'all can cross this. One of the fights off the prelims. Obviously, he popped dirty. I don't know what's going on with VADA. I don't know if they since I don't want to say, but since Victor gone, child, they running amok. I don't know what's happening over there. Everybody popping over there down at the VADA. I don't know if they need a stimulus plan or what they need, but they need to get that right on together. But this fight card, obviously, we know is taking place on Saturday, with the headliner being Roach and Pitbull. Yeah, Roach and Pitbull. And then obviously, we know we have the undercard, Fulton and Foster, Laura. So it's no longer, I think it's no longer Laura because one of them popped dirty too. This is some nasty, nasty work going on around here, boy. But then they have their face off. Let me see something. Yes. Now. Now, that was, I'm assuming, earlier today or possibly yesterday, child, or what they had going on for their fight on Saturday. I want to know who y'all think gonna win that fight too. Y'all let me know in the comments. I like Hoopball's energy. I like his energy. Wasn't that neither one of them up there seemed like they both seem ready. They seem like they're ready to get it on. Um, Obviously, we know Lamont has been talking crazy about Pitbull, calling him one dimensional and all of that other stuff. He better not let that one dimensional fighter whoop his ass. I tell you that damn. I tell you that damn much because Pitbull, he coming. I've heard him say he gonna knock Pitbull out and all this other kind of stuff. I am yet to see Pitbull be knocked out. Anything could happen. Obviously, we know that. Let's not forget who on the prelims. We got my boy Frank Martin back in full effect and making his pro debut at 140 pounds. So I'm excited for that card. Obviously, we know we got some other cards coming at the end of the top of the year. We have the Jake Paul card we know on December 19th with AJ and Jake Paul, and the undercard with Alicia Baumgartner. She'll be making her. I don't know if she's gonna be. Is that gonna be her 3 minute round fight as well? But she will be on that card, on the undercard, on the 19th of the Jake and AJ fight. So we will definitely see. And as I said, you guys know this fight has finally been made. That will be at the top of the year, January, the end of the year in January. Also, we have the Cruz and Maritala fights in January. So we have a good ending of the year, and then the first quarter is starting to ramp up with some good fights as well. Now, obviously, I talked to y'all about the WBC. We know that they stripped Bud Crawford. We saw him crashing out. We're going to get into that. This is what Mauricio Suleiman had to say. Now, he's okay. So Mauricio, obviously, I just told y'all, he said that, this is not the first payment that he missed, right? So, they tried to work something out with him. Obviously, they said that, so what did he say? He said that he offered him a 6%, right? It was 3%, then he bumped it, he took it to 0.6%, which total what? 300,000, right? But he said, I ain't paying that shit. I ain't mad at the player, but you do have to pay your sanction body fees. But let's listen to this fool first.
He did not comply with the rules. Then he moves up to super middle and makes the fight of the century, beats Canelo, makes $50 million or around that. The WBC absolutely is not going to charge 3% of such an amount. We made a very clear 0.6%, which is $300,000, with $225,000 going to the Jose Sulaiman Boxers Fund, which is to help former fighters in need. And it is just regrettable. Not even a thank you or I'm sorry, taking a different route. No response. I wish him the best. But this is not the WBC is huge, it's great, it's about greatness, and I'm relieved, to tell you the truth.
Now, I don't know how to let this happen. So I'm not sure who, if you all saw. I was trying to pull up Bud's crash out. I know I downloaded it. He obviously, to me, he seemed upset because they wouldn't work with him or whatever the case may be, right? Um, him not, him, he said he doesn't care about them taking his belt from him because he's still going down in the history books, it's still legacy, so on and so forth, right? Now, I need to know something. Do y'all think that they have the right to strip him? First of all, I mean, obviously they have the right to strip him. It's their belt, right? Not working with him. He did make mention of the other sanctioned bodies, the IBF, and the WBO working with him. I guess letting him make his payments or paying them whatever amount he damn well decided to pay them. That's what I got from that. But I don't. So when I first watched it, right? Because I was on that live when he went live. I was like, oh shit, Bud Crawford live. What the hell are we talking about? So I watched it and I was like, damn, that's crazy. But then if you go back and you listen to Mauricio and you watch, he did another thing where I guess they was all signing Bud's picture or something they had going on down at they're all in where are they? Thailand or something like that. They were all signing his I guess his picture. I don't know what the hell they was doing, but they were all signing, I guess, a cutout of Bud down there in Thailand, saying they wish him the best and all this other here kind of foolishness. Okay, hold on, let me play it. I don't know why. I don't know what this was really about. It was kind of weird, but I don't know. Let's see. I don't know if y'all can see this. Hold on. For whatever reason, my shit is not downloading, uploading.
The decision that the WBC took, but in no ways there's any feelings other than wishing him success and may God bless him inside and outside the ring. And I like the idea of us signing this beautiful signal are the fighters. There was a decision that he took, a decision that the WBC took, but in no ways there's any feelings other than wishing him success and may God bless him inside and outside the ring. And I like the idea of us signing this beautiful signal.
I'm not sure why they're signing that cutout or what what the hell they got going on with all of that. But definitely, I don't know. I guess they're wishing him good luck in his future endeavors or what. Only one lost. I have to go with Fulton. Okay, yeah, we're gonna get into that. Yeah, he's gonna. Well, we're gonna see. I can't wait to that fight either. Actually, I want to see it. It just appears to me that I don't know. Shocky seemed like he ready, so we gonna see. I'm trying to find Bud's crash out because um, he said he should slap himself, which I ain't mad at that. But I know that he seemed a little upset. He did. He seemed upset that they stripped him or they didn't want to work with him at the very least. So I don't know, but I want to know what y'all think. Y'all think that he should just pay them? Now listen, business is business, right? And if you know that to hold those belts, you have to pay a sanctioning fee. I mean, that's not news to anybody. I don't think any of them are shocked by that. Maybe the amount, but even with the amount, it seems as if they were working with him because, as Mauricio said, like obviously they're not gonna have him pay such an exorbitant amount, so they were paying. They charge him 300,000. But if you just made however much you made, because nobody knows for sure, but Mauricio said it was like 50 million. I mean, it's the cost of doing business. But now I can see how some other boxers throughout the years were saying that, F them damn belts. I can see why Gervonta said that. I mean, Mayweather has said it before. EJ has said it before. Several of the boxers have said, the hell with them damn belts because they charge. And it's like, what are we paying into? Now, Mauricio, obviously, he said it goes into some sort of fund for some of the boxers. And if y'all remember, during one of my Boxing's Dirty Secrets, I talked about, I believe his name was Ricardo Colon, Pritchard Colon, right? He was the boxer who got very hurt in a boxing match, but it didn't appear as if they were doing anything for him. I didn't see, make mention of any type of fund being used to help him out. And then how come none of us have ever heard of this fund before? I ain't never heard of it. Whatever the hell the name of the fund was, he said, I've never heard of it. I've never heard of any boxers having access to it. So it just seemed a little weird to me that all of a sudden he was saying now, that there's this fund that supports, I guess, boxers and helps the boxers do whatever that he wants Bud to, I guess, pay into. So I can understand where he's coming from, but at the same time, if you want to hold those belts, you know what it is. Legacy is already set in stone, though, I guess. So he don't really have to continue to pay. But I want to know though, guys. Do y'all think that it's necessary? I know a lot of people who say you couldn't hear me? Y'all couldn't hear me? Oh my god. Jesus Christ on the cross. Can y'all hear me now? You know, this shit really been on my nerves. I hope y'all can hear me now. Hold on, y'all. Put a one in the chat if y'all can hear me. I don't know what is going on. Let's see. All right. So we was talking. Okay, now y'all can hear me. Okay, good. We were talking about, and I don't know what part I left off that y'all couldn't hear me, but we were talking about Terrence Crawford obviously having an issue with the $300,000 that Mauricio Suleiman is looking to charge him to be a WBC belt holder. Now, obviously, Bud is saying that it is because he beat Crawford, and Mauricio is upset. But apparently, these sanctioning fees. I mean, this is obviously known to a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? This is the cost of doing business, if I'm not mistaken. Right? They all have to pay these sanctioning body fees when they become a champion. You know. So we're definitely going to get into a little bit more of that. But I want to know what y'all think. Do y'all think? Well, 300,000. I mean, out of what 50 million, if that's what he really made. We don't know how much he really made for that. But if that is what they're asking him to pay in order to hold that belt, I mean, listen, if he don't want to pay that shit, I don't know. But it is the cost of doing damn business, and I mean, you bought into it. You have other belts. He also made reference of the ring belt being the only belt that matters, which I don't know how true that really is either. Because if I'm not mistaken, you can't unify with that belt, right? Like you can't become undisputed with the ring belt, or the you can't become undisputed and you can't unify with that belt. So I'm not really sure what he means by that. Maybe he's just a little salty about them taking that belt. Yeah, I know. I know he's not the first or the last to not pay the sanctioning body fees and to drop, I guess, the belts. We obviously know, like I said, Mayweather's done that several times. I know EJ, he made reference before about that. Um, and there was another boxer recently that said, the hell with those belts. I know Keyshawn Davis before too, when he was saying he was going to fight. They were asking him about Marisol. He was like, "Yeah, but not for a belt." You know what I'm saying? Because of the fees. So a lot of boxers are, you know what I'm saying, not really interested in paying these goddamn sanctioning body fees. So we're going to definitely see. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, we definitely going to see. But let me see. Oh, I found the crash out, y'all. Hold on. I know he was very active on Twitter, which was weird because I've never really seen him on Twitter as much. I know he has, he goes up there and makes his little appearances, but he was like really up there voicing his opinion. Now, part in this video, like I said, I was actually on this live. It's not really that much better any damn where else because he was in a car driving. Um, Lord have mercy. Shout out to Big Dog Willie with the 2 piece. Tankomaniacs are the reason we don't have world peace. Thank you so much, Big Dog Willie, for that. I don't know what the hell that has to do with anything we're talking about right now, but stick around because we're gonna be talking about your boy and his delirious ass in just a moment. I want to get through this WBC crap, and then we're gonna turn our attention to clearly the new face of boxing. But we're gonna get into that in just a second. Don't you worry about that, honey. And I also want to address something that I saw. Matter of fact, while I'm waiting for this video to load up online, because I'm not gonna let y'all do this. I'm not gonna let y'all do this. One second. Let me put it up here. Yeah, yeah. Let's go ahead and address this real quick while I'm waiting on this other crap to load up because I saw on my ex some people really out here trying to frame this again as if somehow Boots is ducking Virgil Ortiz now or attempting to because of something that Virgil Ortiz said on X. So we're not going to do that. We're not going to act like we didn't just see Virgil Ortiz duck Jerron Boots in 4K yet again about what, 2 maybe 3 weeks ago. So he wants to sit up here and argue about who ducked first or who did what first. And Boots flat out asked him, "Are we fighting next or not?" So I was reading some of the comments. Y'all got to stop this shit. Y'all have such a, I guess, short attention span. Like, we didn't just see this man get in the ring with him and talk about them going to be fighting. Then the man went right backstage and said he wanted to fight EJ. We not gonna act like we didn't see that. We not gonna act like we didn't watch Virgil Ortiz do interview after interview talking about he can fight whoever the hell he want to fight next. We not gonna do that. We not gonna do that. Okay, we're gonna keep the flame right on Oscar, right on Virgil, right on our Virgil's team, and try and get this fight done. We're not gonna let him wiggle his way out of this shit again. Okay, we just not gonna do that. Y'all gotta stop this shit. Let's watch Bud crash out, y'all.
To say, I got a lot to say. What's up, though, everyone? I'm gonna say that first and foremost. I'm gonna just say what's up, but I gotta dive right into it. You know, I see Mauricio, you know, got a lot to say about me not paying him $300,000 plus another $100K something for sanction fees, right? Then he gonna tell me I ain't even to apologize. Like, who the fuck you think I am? Boy, you better slap your fucking self. Ain't paying your ass shit. Fuck you talking about pay you $300,000. What makes you so motherfucking better than any of the other sanction bodies? Huh? Answer that question. What makes you better than the WBO, the IBF, or the WBA? Everybody accepted what I was giving them. But you, the WBC, think that you better than everybody, don't you? So since you, the WBC, and you got the fucking green belt, which don't mean fucking shit. The fucking real belt is the ring belt, which is free, motherfucker. What are you talking about? You want me to pay you more than the other sanction bodies because you feel like you better than them. How in the world all the sanction bodies agreed to the same amount, but you sit your motherfucking ass up there and say that I need to apologize to you? The fuck? You can take the fucking belt. It's a trophy anyway. The fuck am I paying you every time I step foot in? Gonna fucking wear down as the years pass. That don't even make sense. I'm the motherfucker that's putting my life on the line, not you. You ain't stepping your motherfucking ass in that ring. You or nobody else. You or nobody else. So why should I have to pay to carry your belt? You should be paying me. If you want to be truthful, you should be paying me. I don't see it. It irks my nerves how this dude gets on a plane, gets a hotel suite. Him and his buddies, they go out to dinner, 5-star meals, all that, you know, and guess who got to pay for it? Us fighters. We paying for y'all to come out here, have the time of y'all life, stay in the best hotels of y'all life, and it's all done on our dime. It's done on our dime. Do that sound right to y'all? It's crazy, ain't it? We the one out there getting battered, knocked upside our head, and every time we step foot in the ring, we gotta pay them a sanction fee like they the government. We getting taxed. It's crazy. Then he said, allegedly, I made X amount of money. You don't know how much I made. You don't know how much I made. Once again, you're speculating. You're speculating. So listen, Mauricio, I appreciate you. Because everybody in the world know you was going for Canelo. You was mad that I beat Canelo. It's okay. It happens, you know? But if you a real fan of the sport, you would have, you know, said congratulations instead of having that little smirk on your face, all mad and pouting. But listen though, you should have took the money, and you should have been thankful and grateful that I was rocking your belt around as your champion. As your champion, the WBC champion. The undisputed champion at that. But you want to make it about you. You want to say, oh, well, you stripping me. Like, I've been stripped before. IBF just stripped me when I was at 147. Doesn't matter. I'm still considered the undisputed champion. I'm still the champion in the division. Because you know why? The only belt that's recognizable as the champion is the ring belt, baby. That's the number one belt in the division. That trumps all belts. And guess what? It's free. It's free.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Okay, so I'm going to stop it right there. Like I said, I he's upset, obviously, clearly. However, that's 100% false. That belt, as I said, you can't unify with that belt, and you can't become undisputed with the ring belt. Now, listen, I was able to, because like I said, I'm like, what the hell with all of these fees? So I pulled it up. Now, it says that the WBC sanctioning fees are paid by both promoters and the fighters, with the fighters' share being obviously the 3% of the fights earned, right? Now, promoters pay annual registration fees plus per fight fees based on the title, weight class, all that other crap, right? The fighters pay the 3%. Now, obviously, we heard Mauricio Suleiman say that obviously they weren't going to charge him 3%, so they reduced it to 0.6%, which is the $300,000 that he's crying about. Now, the promoters, the annual fee reported is around $7K, right? Per fight, they charge per fight ranging between $5K to $25K, depending, like I said, on the title and the fight and all that other crap. The 3% earnings, the fighters pay the 3%, including pay-per-view and broadcast revenue. The minimum, right, for gross earnings up to $100,000, the champion pays a minimum of $3,000, and the challenger a minimum of $1,000. For a vacant belt, they both pay $2,000. All that other crap. So these are the sanctioning body guidelines, rules, and regulations that have been in place, obviously, since 1963 or something like that, whenever the WBC became in existence. And yes, there have been other boxers who have, said the hell with that and dropped their belts, so on and so forth. And you just heard them say the IBF stripped that ass too. So obviously, I don't know if he just doesn't believe in paying their fees or whatever the case may be. But in this game, in this boxing sport, you got to pay your fees. The cost of doing business. As you get into different tax brackets, you will understand that those costs vary. You know what I'm saying? Some on the high end, some are on the low end, but you got to pay. You got to pay to play. These, if you want to hold the belt, if you want to be their champion, so on and so forth, these are the guidelines that you have to play by. But I mean, y'all can let me know if y'all think it's a 300K crash out. Y'all think he right? Y'all think he wrong? Y'all let me know what y'all think about the crash out, about what Mauricio Suleiman had to say about, him and him not paying his fees when he fought Madrimov either. So this isn't just because he didn't pay his fees and because Mauricio was salty that he beat Canelo. Nigga, you ain't been paying your fees. You owe us money. And one thing they're going to do is get their money. So we can definitely count on them to get their bread. So they stripped them. Are they standing on business, or, are they trying to shake a brother down? Now, speaking of belts, and here's the right thing to pay if you don't want to. Thank you, enough. If you don't want to pay, you don't got to pay. But then also you have to understand that they can strip them if they want. So, you can't have it both ways. And like he said, he's still going to be in the books about, being a champion. So it really don't matter. You know what I'm saying? He don't have to carry around their belt. So Yeah, Lee. Yes, 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 Lee. Uh, I ain't mad about nothing, aircraft. What are you talking about? Don't come in here with that crap. Salute to you. But since we are talking about belts and we are talking about guys that hold the belts and the prestigious ring belt, don't know how many of y'all got a chance to see it, but Shakur just dropped a new interview with Cigar Talk and he had a few things to say. And boy, oh boy, are we going to unpack them. And then I'm going to drop the link because, man, I want to hear what y'all got to say. I've been missing y'all. I ain't talked to y'all in a week, honey. But let's get into some of this stuff. I'm going to cook him up, fry him up real good. And then I'm going to open the panel up. I have my tissues for all of you who want to come up here and cry with him. But let's go ahead and get into Shakur, honey, being the new face of boxing. You heard what he said. Damn it. You heard him. If you didn't hear him, I'm going to play it for you. Let's go ahead and get into some of this crap that he got going on, child. Got to be more careful. Let's see. Do I want to start with this? Yeah, let's just go ahead and no, wait, this one? No, okay, because we're talking about Devin right there. Okay, let's play this one.
About you, like, yo, I want to be the best. I want to be the face of boxing, etc. Is this the fight that you feel like?
I am. I'm that guy, bro.
Yeah.
I'm that guy, bro. I'm tired of even sugarcoating that shit. I'm that guy, bro.
Yeah.
I'm the guy.
What's the guy? What's the guy?
I'm the guy. I'm the guy that's gonna put asses in seats, the views, nigga. Everybody gonna tune into my fights. If we could act like Tio is the A side of this fight just because he got the belt.
Yeah.
Let's pretend because you got the belt, and I'm coming to challenge you for your belt.
That's what it is right now.
But truthfully, is he the A side?
Like,
I'm the bigger fighter, bro.
Popularity.
I'm the guy, bro. Like, I'm the guy, and after I beat him, bro, I'm the face, bro.
Face box, face.
I don't want to hear him, bro.
Oh, the lie detector determined that was a lie.
Okay. All right, y'all. I'm gonna try and get through this with straight face, and then we can go back on ahead to this. But I want y'all right now in the comment section, those of y'all who keep a straight face, y'all put a 1 in the chat, goddammit. If Shakur Stevenson is the face of boxing, I want to know what y'all think. Y'all don't want to know what I think. I will ask y'all. I'm gonna ask y'all. I'm not gonna be controversial this week because you know what? People are still harassing me about that Clarissa Shields video. I don't know. Could it be something I said? Anyway, so Najee then goes on to ask about the performance because obviously we know when he fought Zepeda, at the post press conference, he said he wasn't gonna fight like that no more because he didn't like that fight. So Najee then asked him another question about that fight.
If we could act like Tio is the A side of this fight just because he got the belt.
Yeah.
Let's pretend because you got the belt, and I'm coming to challenge you for your belt.
That's what it is right now.
But truthfully, is he the A side?
Like,
I'm the bigger fighter, bro.
Popularity.
I'm the guy, bro. Like, I'm the guy, and after I beat him, bro, I'm the face, bro.
Face box, face.
I don't want to hear him, bro. I don't want to hear
face. That's a are you face of that? Man. It depends how you beat him. The how matters. Bro, I agree.
Anywhere I go on the planet, bro, everybody knows Shakur. Yeah. I go anywhere on the planet, bro. Niggas, Shakur. Oh, can I take a picture? I'm the guy, bro.
Hold on, does that happen to you a lot? Like
everywhere, bro.
Everywhere you outside, yo.
Niggas could sit there and act in front. And like social media try to spin a narrative like, oh, I'm the guy, bro. I'm the guy. I with the old and with the new. I'm the guy.
Yeah.
This is too fun.
Oh, the lie detector determined that was a lie.
Okay. All right, damn it. Obviously, he feels after he fights and defeats Teofimo Lopez that he will then be the face of boxing. It will be 4-weight division. You will not be able to deny him. He is here. I got a question though for some of the Shakur fans. How come every fight that he in is like the biggest fight of his career? Because I remember some of the same conversation being around him, for like 2 or 3 of the fights. Is it like every time, I guess, it's like a different person? It's the fight of his career, or is it just like, okay. So here is what he had to say about the 140-pound division and if he was in fact going to stay at the 140-pound division after his fight with Teofimo Lopez. Obviously, to me, I think that there's a lot of smoke at 140 pounds, that he can definitely challenge himself and make a name for himself at 140 pounds, since that's where really a lot of the smoke is. 135 pounds, there's really no smoke right there for him right now. I mean, we're going, okay.
Would you stay at 40 after this?
I don't know what I'm gonna do, bro. I don't know. I have no clue.
Yeah.
I have no clue. I don't plan on staying at 40. This is the division that I feel like what me and Keyshawn, right? Because Key the truth.
Yeah. That's one you was right on, because you told me that early, and I was like, I don't know, but Key is the truth.
I remember that. Key the truth.
Yeah.
I don't want to be clashing at the same weight class as him. And I'm really a natural 35 pounder. He's naturally bigger than me. So he could have a 140-pound division. That could be his.
You know, people hate me. You gotta say that.
It's cool. They can hate it all they want. They can't stop.
But I kind of hate it too. I'm not gonna lie.
You can hate it. What can you do?
No, we can't do that. Nah, just tweet.
Oh,
That's it.
okay.
You just go on Twitter and tweet about it and just write
Okay.
emojis.
Okay.
I can tweet at you. I can at both of y'all. Think, yo, that's all. I can't really do nothing about it.
Bro,
Yeah.
he can have that division. That's his. Go ahead, though.
Mm.
I'm just moving up for big fights, bro.
Yeah.
It's my opportunity.
So it gotta make sense. Big fights and I'm there.
But 135, that's my division. Ooh, bro, I run that shit, bro. I run that shit. No other belts, and I run that shit.
For 35, you saying?
I run that shit. Yes, 35. I run that shit, nigga.
You're not
And I'm moving up 40.
I ain't even gonna say it.
And I'm moving up 40 and getting a Ring Magazine belt.
Yeah. Oh, this is for the Ring Magazine too, right? Ooh wee. Damn, this is for the 40.
I'm
yeah.
the guy, bro. Like, no bullshit.
I'm not even gonna say what I was gonna say for 35 because you're not gonna like him.
What? What happened to 35?
Until Tank, we can't say undisputed.
Man, we done talking about that.
I know, but I'm just saying he's there until he retires and packs. It says, "All right, I'm done." That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying about y'all fighting, but until he says I'm done,
bro, do
it's always gonna
really
be
matter.
Yes. Well, how you do it matters. How?
And most is undisputed.
I knew you were gonna say that. I knew you were gonna say that. Yeah. That's not one of the better undisputeds.
He was undisputed.
But when you take it one by one like Bud did, that's crazy.
It's people that got undisputed that took it just one belt, one fight.
Yeah.
And
I agree. All undisputed is not created equally either.
I mean, that's cool. I just think there's so much bias in the sport today. It's like we pick and choose what matters because it only matters for a certain bias. If you like the guy, then it matters. Okay, this guy.
All right, so y'all heard that crap, right? I'm gonna play this last clip, and then I'm gonna fry him. But I just wanted to kind of entertain y'all a little bit first because I just missed that. Let me go ahead and play this last one. Poor Shakur, so hilarious.
I mean, I definitely think there's an interesting thing, right? Like how people grow from amateurs and then the pro level, and then like what kind of levels you on. Obviously, Devin Haney just had a fight last week, whatever the past week. You showed a lot of love on Twitter, man. You were showing love, you know what I'm saying, to Devin. That was kind of his comeback moment. Anytime I feel like one of y'all fight, it sort of becomes this like, yo, are we ever going to see it? Are we ever going to see it?
I don't know. I'm down. I'm down, bro. I'm down. They want to make it happen, and everybody wants to see the fight. I'm down for the fight to happen.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, where it's like they're like, "Oh, you attacking kind of Benn, but you're not saying Devin."
Yeah, they say that.
Here's the thing, where it's like, kind of Benn. If I go to UK, we gonna fight in front of 50,000 people.
That's a fact. I was there for that fight that just happened. The news.
If I fight Devin, we're gonna stay at T-Mobile, MGM, maybe 12, 15,
right,
20 maybe. Let's just throw a big number out there, 20.
Yeah.
The difference in size of people that we fight in front of will be a business of like, okay, how much money is you getting for this fight? How much money is you getting for this fight? So
right.
It just boils down to the business of it, but I'll fight any of them guys.
Yeah.
Truthfully.
All right, what you think about this though? Because you I would say you're not an OG yet to me. You're not an OG yet. You're getting it. Nah, you ain't OG yet, nigga. You got to turn 30 first. When you 30, then it's like, all right, you getting OG, you know what I mean? OG-ish. But you got the young guns that's looking at you the way you used to look at them. Yeah. You know, Abdullah Mesa, he looking at you like, that boy. Do you see that when he said that? Because you said after his fight, you was like, yo, you know, he's still a pup. Like, I forget exactly what you said, but, you know, he was like, give him some time, basically. Give him some time. But he kind of like in his interview, like, time for what? Like, who? I never said that. We don't need no time, but
I seen it.
Yeah.
I think he's young, bro. He's young, bro. Like I think he's the truth. I think he's a hell of a fighter. With him being young, the media is gonna try to twist and turn, and they're gonna keep saying Shakur. Like you pay attention to the interviews and everything that they saying, they're gonna keep saying Shakur, Shakur, Shakur. They're gonna do that because of that's what they want. They want to like throw him onto me, and I'm cool with it, bro. Like I respect it, bro. I'll give him an opportunity. I'm not like that guy that's gonna be like, okay, I'm not gonna fight him.
Yeah.
I've been said me and him could like rumble. Now, do I think he's ready? No. He's young, bro.
He young, but he a killer though. Appetite. That's the type of smoke city say. That's a real thing.
He's a beast.
Yeah.
But it's levels. Like it's levels to how good he's going to be and how good he is now.
So in the Sam Noakes fight, you wasn't impressed by that?
I actually didn't like it.
Okay, y'all. I think that we've heard enough of this gentleman and his foolishness. So, just a few things I want to say to the people, right? First question, and I see a lot of y'all asking it in the chat already, but we're going to get to that, right? In this actual system, in this climate, right? What does it actually mean when somebody calls themselves the face of boxing? Like, you just can't go around here just saying that all willy nilly, right? But apparently, he is looking at himself. I guess he's saying after this fight. I don't want to say that's what he thinks now. He's saying if and when he defeats Teofimo Lopez, he will be the face of boxing. Now, question, right? Does his resume say that? Right? Like, does he have elite skills? Absolutely. Is he defensive minded? Absolutely. Low entertainment. Okay. Boos from the crowd. Okay. Low demand. Okay. Risk level is versus maybe a Teofimo Lopez. Now, Tio, let me tell y'all something right now. I think Shakur will win this fight simply because Teofimo is a little too erratic for me. He's mentally stressed and he depresses me with his mentality. But he actually beat Lomachenko. Okay, he beat Josh Taylor, even though I don't think much of Josh Taylor. But he is emotionally unstable. But he took big risks. So, obviously, we know that Tio was the A side in this particular fight. But as far as an argument for face of boxing between the two of them, I don't know that Shakur would win that argument either. But I'll let y'all make the distinction and y'all argue amongst yourself. Hi, Mr. Greg. Happy belated Thanksgiving. How are you?
I'm fine. I sent you a email to your Gmail account. Sent you a little note. I don't know whether you got it or not.
Are you sending that stuff to my new email? Because I told you stop sending it to my old email, Mr. Greg.
I sent it to Jag Queen.
Okay, I'll take a look at it. But
okay.
what's going on? A lot,
listening,
right? Boxing is so ghetto.
Yeah, listening to Shakur. I think a few weeks or maybe a few months ago, I said that he was fading, not in talent, but in people seeing him as being relevant. And I think that's still the case right now. This TO fight is a good one for him. That probably will put a little bit of shine back on him because it's not that he's been losing anything of that nature. He just hasn't shown that he's the fighter that he was once promoted to be, special talent. He hasn't shown a lot. Well, he's not the only one, but a lot of them haven't shown what should make them special because of the business of boxing, to be quite honest. So his conversation that he's that guy is good that he feels that way, but he has to find a way to show it. And you only show it with your performances and with who you're fighting. And that hasn't happened in a way it should have. We could look at a whole variety of reasons why, but it still hasn't happened yet. So the TL fight is a good, very good fight for Shakur, and it will prove a few things as well. I hope his hands are now at least healed enough, or he's changed the way he's punching enough so he don't have to keep on getting surgeries and being out of fights because his hands are not no good. Because that's going to hurt him in the long run if he doesn't do something very good about that to reduce that problem. With Bud, now I heard that the one that you just played, but I also heard them talking. My understanding from both of the crash outs and what both of them said is that Bud had offered all of the sanctioning bodies a certain amount of money, and he's not the first one who's done that. Canelo was doing that, and some other fighters who were undisputed. It seems like the WBC or Mauricio didn't want to accept the money that was offered and came back with another counter, I guess, for the 300,000, and then threw in the 225,000, whatever the amount it was, is going to go to this fund that no one has heard of. Maybe there is a
I've never heard
fund.
of that fund either.
I've never heard of. I've never heard any of the sanctions.
I looked too. When he said it, I was like, ooh. I never heard of it.
Yeah, that was crazy, and maybe that was a way to embarrass Bud, and maybe Bud felt a certain kind of way. But it seems like it's really a dispute over how much money they will accept. Bud is saying he didn't say how much he offered all the sanctioning bodies, but three of them obviously took it, and WBC came back with, we want 300,000, but here's what we're going to do with it to make them look good. So I would feel a certain kind of way if you're trying to say I should be apologizing to you, I should be thanking you, et cetera, because I mean nobody wants to be treated in a certain way. Bud is very sensitive anyway about how people treat him, to sanctioning bodies and the critics and everybody else. So I just see that as a dispute over what he will give them versus what they want. So they decide they didn't want what he was going to give, so they took the belt. So the belt is gone. So that should be the end of that, as far as I'm concerned. They stripped them. They announced somebody else is going to be fighting for us, so that should really be the end of it. So that's how I see that one.
Go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead, because I'm.
No, I was going to say I understand what you're saying, right? But here's my thing. To me, if they've already offered you a reduced amount, and don't get me wrong, I think the 300,000 is still a little steep. However, this is the system that you buy into. This is the system that you are a part of, and there are sanctioning fees, and there are other. You got to pay the system. It just is what it is. And you don't get to make up your own amount that you want to pay them. Now, granted, if the other sanctioning bodies, because I believe he said in that video, the IBF stripped them too. So if the other sanctioning bodies, like you said, are willing to just take whatever, then that's on them. However, he did make mention that you still haven't paid for the Madrimov fight either.
See, the thing about that is, though, the
Rich,
Madrimov fight was in WBC.
Rich, it's not on you. You understand what I'm saying, Mr.
Yes.
Mr. Greg? So that's what I think that they really. I don't know, but I know Mauricio Suleiman said that. He said that you didn't pay for the Madrimov fight either.
That's kind of odd that would come up, and that he didn't. That he took this fight and still hadn't paid the WBC the sanctioning fees, whatever the fees are supposed to be. And I still say the fees have always been, when you get to a certain level and you make a certain amount of money, negligible. I know I said that word just wrong. You should be able to, you are able to negotiate the amount. So that's why I say there seems to have been a dispute on what he offered to give versus what they wanted, because that's how I'm reading into this. Now, if you wanted to keep the belt and not be stripped, yes, just give them 300,000 and shut up. But if you don't feel that way, since you did make an offer, and other fighters has been able to do that as well, and then you feel, well, why I can't do it? You let other fighters like Canelo do it. So I would feel a certain kind of way about that as well.
And I
Whichever way
get
it
that,
goes,
right?
huh?
No, I was gonna say I get that, but the thing is, you can't worry about what somebody else is doing. You got to worry about what you got going on. You know
True.
what I'm saying? And even like you said, how they allowed him to fight, I guess, without paying the matching off fees. I guess that's between them as well. But I mean, it doesn't. To me, I don't think. And people say he doesn't care or whatever. But I don't think he cares that much. But I do see that he cares because he is crashing out. But to me, nigga, you only fight once a year anyway. You don't defend belts when you get them. So I mean, to me, I really don't see why he would care, unless it's just the point of being embarrassed.
Yeah, it could be that. But like I said, if I offered you some money and then you say what I think if they had handled this quietly,
Mm-hmm.
that this might have been better for both of them. Because now both of them in their feelings. And
Both of
now
them
they made it
infighting
public.
on the public. Yeah, that's so ghetto. But like you said, but Mr. Greg, I get what you're saying, right? Like, I offered you a certain amount, but it's almost like your rent. You don't offer your landlord what you want him to have, nigga. You pay me what your rent is. Like it's
Hey,
just that
hey, hey,
simple. Or move your ass out. That's just that's how I look at it. You can't come to your landlord, say your rent is 25. You can't come to your landlord with $1,000 on my head. This is what I'm gonna give you. No, nigga, you get an eviction notice.
You know
Who
why I'm
sent you
laughing too? I mean,
that?
Jab,
We stripped you.
because one time early in my life I did that
You did that? Oh my
to the
god.
landlord. I just thought about that. I did that one time.
You can't. Come on, man. What you got going on here? What kind of ghetto shit is this? Nah, nigga, this is a business. You don't come in here and tell my son this what I got on it. Nah, nigga, this is what it is. The fuck
Their
you mean
lawyer,
this what you got on it?
they had
No,
their
hey,
lawyer
boy.
call me.
I bet they did, Mr. Gray. I bet
hey,
they did. Go
hey,
ahead,
can
Rich.
I?
Yeah, hold on
Hey,
one
Hey,
second.
Rich.
I'm sorry, baby. Hold on one second. Bert Weezy with the $10 in the super chat. How can Shakur be the B side in the fight, but also the face of boxing? Shout out Bert Weezy with the 10 piece. Go ahead, Rich. What you was gonna say, baby?
nah, I was about to say, from what people saying and from what's showing up, they keep saying that Majmore fight wasn't WBC, had nothing to do with the WBC.
Yeah, so maybe Mauricio Suleiman is just throwing shit out there like he just
Yeah,
made up some type of boxing fund that I ain't never heard of a
yeah.
day in
I
my
think, I
life.
think, I think
So
what it is that this man charged an interest rate due to due to his Terrence Crawford. That's what he's doing, and
I don't
and
know
and,
about that,
and
Rich,
like and,
but
and like and like and like and like Terrence Crawford said, Canelo was your boy. You wanted Canelo to win for real, and the reason why so he could continue getting a certain amount of money that he been getting, and he ain't have to put in no mandatories and all that other stuff for Canelo. He couldn't do a lot of shit. So instead, he charges interest rate. He try to raise the prices for real. Get
I don't think
basically
so
new.
because
He basically new.
if he gave him a reduced price, how is that raising the prices? He didn't charge him 3%. He only charged him 0.6. So that doesn't even really make sense, Rich.
Oh, that's what he said.
He didn't
Or,
charge him the full 3%. He only charged him 0.6%.
no, I'm saying that's what he said.
Yes,
Yeah, he said that, Rich.
Or Terrence Crawford said that.
No,
yes. The
Mauricio.
300K is a 6%.
Oh,
It's not the 3%. It's 0.6% of what they originally wanted to
oh.
charge him. Mauricio said he said, obviously, we're not going to charge you the full 3% of the 50 million. We charged him 0.6%, which
Yeah,
is
but he don't know how
300K.
much he and like Terrence Crawford said. He don't know how much money he got. That's what I'm saying to y'all.
Okay,
Like
but
y'all,
even
y'all.
with that, he gave you a reduced amount of 6%, not even the full 3%. So no matter how much you got, he still reduced your shit. He didn't even charge you
Uh,
the full 3%.
yeah.
Yeah, they
So
both
you
in
know what
their
I mean?
feelings on this.
Man,
I
I'm
get it,
with
and it's
I'm
interesting.
with Terrence Crawford 100%.
Okay, okay.
Fuck that nigga.
So
Man, don't
I'm
pay
I'm
him
listening.
nothing.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of boxers that opted obviously not to pay, the sanctioning body fees and drop their belts. So let other people pay for them. So I guess the crash out is what I'm concerned about. Maybe because, as I said to Mr. Gregg, it was done publicly and it embarrassed him. But let me get to Mr. Shelton real quick. No, Mr. Shelton, it's not a bad analogy because to hold that belt, just like you would want to hold your apartment, you have to pay. You don't like what you have to pay, guess what? You'll get evicted, i.e., get stripped. I don't understand what you didn't understand about that, but I guess you know. Common sense ain't that common. Mr. Enigma, what's up with you, baby? How are you?
I'm fine. How you
Lucky man in the
doing?
building. What's good? How you doing? Hope your holiday was good. Hope you ate a lot. What's
It was
up?
all right. Yours?
Oh, it was good. I need to get on the treadmill right there now. It was so good. What's going on with you though?
I can't call it, man. Boxing is in a crazy place. But Shakur said he that guy. I wasn't
Well,
aware of
Shakur
that.
is the face about. Oh yes, baby. Let me play it for you again so y'all can hear it.
About you, like, yo, I want to be the best. I want to be the face of boxing, etc. Is this the fight that you feel like?
I am. I'm that guy, bro.
Yeah.
I'm that guy, bro. I'm tired of even sugarcoating that shit. I'm that guy, bro.
Yeah.
I'm the guy.
What's the guy? What's the what is the guy?
I'm the guy. I'm the guy that's gonna put asses in seats, the views, nigga. Everybody gonna tune into my fights. If we could act like Tio is the A side of this fight just because he got the belt.
Yeah.
Let's pretend because you got the belt, and I'm coming to challenge you for your belt.
That's what it is right now.
But truthfully, is he the A side?
Like
I'm the bigger fighter, bro.
Popularity.
I'm the guy, bro. Like I'm the guy, and after I beat him, bro, I'm the face, bro.
Face box, face.
I don't want to hear him, bro.
He's that guy, huh?
Oh, the lie detector determined that was a lie.
Okay, so yes, as you can see, Shakur Stevenson is now the face of boxing, honey. Deal with it. You heard him. And then he's gonna drop that belt for his homie Shmomy, and y'all not gonna do nothing about it but tweet. Damn it, you heard the boy. He ain't playing with you.
That's wild as hell, man. That's like on some tag team shit. I wonder. I really wonder how Keyshawn feel about that. He going up there to take care of his work. That's crazy.
That's nasty work. But hey, listen. He got their plan. They got their plan. You heard the boy. Here, listen to him.
Would you stay at 40 after this?
I don't know what I'm gonna do, bro. I don't know. I have no clue.
Yeah.
I have no clue. I don't plan on staying at 40. This is the vision that I feel like with me and Keyshawn, right? Because Key the truth.
Yeah. That's one you was right on, because you told me that early, and I was like, I don't know, but Key is the truth.
I remember that. Key the truth.
Yeah.
I don't want to be clashing at the same weight class as him. And I'm really a natural 35-pounder. He's naturally bigger than me. So he could have a 140-pound division. That could be his.
People hate me. You gotta say that.
It's cool. They can hate it all they want. They can't stop.
But I kind of hate it too. I'm not gonna lie.
You can hate it. What can you do?
Nah, we can't do that. Nah, just tweet.
Oh,
That's
okay.
it. Okay. You just go on Twitter and tweet about it and just write
Okay.
emojis.
Okay.
I can tweet at you. I can at both of y'all. Think, yo, that's all. I can't really do nothing about it.
Bro,
Yeah.
he can have that division. That's his. Go ahead, though. I'm just moving up for big fights, bro.
Yeah.
It's my opportunity.
So it got to make sense. Big fights and I'm there.
But 135, that's my division. Ooh, bro, I run that shit, bro. I run that shit. No other belts, and I run that shit.
For 35, you saying?
I run that shit. Yes, 35. I run that shit, nigga.
And
I'm moving up 40.
I ain't even gonna say it.
And I'm moving up 40 and getting a Ring Magazine belt.
Yeah. Oh, this is for the Ring Magazine too, right? Ooh wee. Damn, this is for the 40.
I'm the guy, bro. Like, no bullshit.
I'm not even gonna say what I was gonna say for 35 because you're not gonna like it.
What? What happened to 35?
Until Tank, we can't say undisputed.
Man, we done talking about that.
I know, but I'm just saying he's there until he retires and packs. It says, "All right, I'm done." That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying about y'all fighting, but until he says I'm done,
bro, it's always going to be matter.
Yes. How you do it matters. How?
And most is undisputed.
I knew you were gonna say that. I knew you were gonna say that. Yeah. That's not one of the better undisputeds.
He was undisputed.
But when you take it one by one like Bud did, that's crazy.
It's people that got undisputed that took it just one belt, one fight.
Yeah.
And
I agree. All undisputed is not created equally either.
I mean, that's cool. I just think there's so much bias in the sport today. It's like we pick and choose what matters because it only matters for a certain guys. If you like the guy, then it matters. Okay.
Oh, the lie detector determined that was a lie.
First of all, Bud Crawford did not go through anybody's weight division and take all the belts. He fought one guy and got all the belts. So that was a lie. So I don't know. I mean, him putting asses in seats is also a lie. But listen, he's delirious right now. He's on his tour. You know, he's getting ready to fight Tio. I posed the question, and then Enigma, you, Rich, Mr. Greg, y'all can answer the question for me. Now, Shakur has elite skills, yes. Defensively sound, yes. He's not that entertaining, in my opinion. That's my opinion, right? He gets booed from the crowd. Remember when he fought Padley, he got booed. There's really a low demand for his fights from a lot of the casuals. And his risk level is meh. I know a lot of people, would say that he was ducked by some fighters. I don't necessarily think that they were afraid of him. I think maybe the financial issues were there, as opposed to Teofimo Lopez, who I personally think is just emotionally unstable. But he has taken bigger risks. He's fought Lomachenko. He's fought Josh Taylor. Some of y'all give him credit for that. I don't. Who cares? Shakur, in my opinion, has been safely match made. His style is not as fan friendly as a lot of others. So, as far as face of boxing, I'm not sure what he's getting at. What do y'all think about those statements? Face of boxing, he's the guy. He put asses in seats.
I,
What do y'all think?
I would say this, right? As far as asses and seats, I think in his hometown he put asses and seats.
That's not what he said, though. That's not what
Second,
he said. But I get it.
wait,
Hey, Jessica.
I mean, I'm second when he was, and y'all want to call his last fight, he put asses in seats, but y'all, I guess y'all would say it was a Hampshire Sherrod and Berlanga fight, so they put the asses in seats. That's what y'all would say. Third, I would say nah, I don't think he'll face the boxing, not at all, not at all. But as far as anything else he was saying, man, as other stuff that you showed earlier, like when he said the thing about Abdullah Mason, and I think the Keyshawn Davis shit, man. Yeah, I think he needs to stay out of weight class with him. I agree with him. He needs to stay out of weight class with him, man, because
Why is
that's
that?
kind of because if you're not fighting him, stay out of the weight class with him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Okay.
I know you don't want to embarrass Keyshawn or whatever, beat him up. I know, you know what I'm saying, but still, man.
Mhm. Hmm.
Yeah, but
Okay.
as far as what you saying, and a bunch of other people that's in your chat saying, people duck Shakur, whether
I
you
just said
like it or
people
not.
ducked him. I just said that.
It wasn't for no for what you think it is, money issues and all that stuff. They ducked him. They flat out ducked him. Now you hearing this guy Pitbull saying he want the win of him and Tio, Shakur and Tio. Now all of a
Well,
sudden
what's
you
the
want the
problem with that?
winner.
Because Lamont said he wants to win it too. So what's the problem?
That I don't care about Lamont. I'm talking about a person that said he wouldn't fight him at all. A person that got offered to fight him and still say he wouldn't fight him.
Well,
I'm
guess
talking
what? He
about
want to
that. The
fight him
guy that
now.
was
What's
his,
the
the
problem?
guy is mandatory. So as far as you keep saying money wise, nah, these people really ain't want to fight him. That's
Why he
it.
So,
can't
Rich,
have
let
a
me
change
ask
of
you a
heart though?
question, Rich. Hold on. Rich, let me ask
Huh?
you a question, right? Because you're
That's
saying
it.
these guys just really didn't want to fight him, right? Why do you think that is? Because I'm going to be honest with you, right? Yes, Shakur is known to outpoint a nigga, but there's no real damage being taken when you fight Shakur Stevenson. Let's be honest, bro. Outside of
It don't.
financial risk and outside of their maybe reputation taking a hit, like, why are they afraid? I don't see what you
It's
see,
it's
bro.
it's 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 a million people that say that, but you can say that
I
about
don't care
anybody.
what
It's
many
a
people say.
it's
I'm
wait,
asking you, Rich.
let me say this. It's simple. Why would you want to fight somebody? He going to embarrass you and do it in a boring fashion as to what y'all would say, and he going to embarrass you. And then when you fight somebody else, nobody not going to look at you like that. They gonna be like, Look what Shakur did to you. He beat you damn near 10-2. You didn't land one punch on him. That's why.
There's
It
plenty
makes
of guys
sense.
who lose
And
fights and get
you're
knocked
answering
out,
your
bro,
own
and it was
questions.
still.
You answering your own questions. You got a guy, you got guys who get respected for getting knocked out. And when you look at these guys that's not black and you look under the comments, you what you would see when a nigga get knocked out, I promise you would see this. Oh man, he had a lot of heart. He had a lot of this. He had a lot of that. Damn, I salute him for going out and trying. That's what you supposed to tell a nigga when he get knocked out. That's what make him keep going. If a guy can outclass you for 10, 11, 12 rounds straight and you not doing nothing, what is you looked at after that? If Shakur go out there and do that to Teofimo, what would Teofimo be looked at after that? Nobody not gonna care about fighting him at all. Suppose if he would have got knocked out. Nobody not gonna give a fuck about him.
That doesn't really make any sense to me.
Okay.
Well, go ahead, Enigma.
Okay.
Enigma.
Well,
Mr. Greg. Go
I'm
ahead,
here.
Enigma.
as far as Shakur selling out where he from, because he's from where I'm from, and I've been to his fights at the Prudential Center, they don't be sold out like that. But it'd be a nice amount of people in there. I ain't gonna hold you. But as far as him, I don't agree with Which about that Pitbull Cruz thing. I know Pitbull did duck him though. Pitbull did turn down the fight, but he's had a change of heart and now he wants to fight him. And I'm game for that. I would love to see that fight. I would love to see how Shakur would do with somebody like Pitbull Cruz because Styles makes fights. And him and Tio, that depends on which Teofimo shows up. Because Tio be erratic and shit. So if the Teofimo that shot that Fort Josh Taylor shows up, then we're gonna have a good fight. We're gonna have a good fight. We're just gonna have to see. But as far as him being a face of the sport, no, he's not that. That's all.
I don't really agree with that either. Mr. Greg, what you got on it? Just the simple questions. And I get what Rich is trying to say, that if a nigga 12 zip you, then it's like more embarrassing than if you get knocked out. I personally just don't feel that way.
I'd rather get knocked out
and somebody picking me up and happen to tell me where I'm at and all of that shit. That to me is a little bit more embarrassing.
Hey, Mr. Greg, can I say something for 5 seconds?
Go ahead.
Hey, Mr. Greg. Hey, this what I want to say, right? I said this on another panel. I'm gonna keep saying this. They got a little thing going around when they got a thing going around after Cotto fought I think Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather. He said Floyd Mayweather fight was way worse, even though he didn't get knocked out. He said mentally, physically, he said that fucked him all the way up in the head. He said if he had to pick a harder fight, it was Floyd Mayweather. It's easy just to get knocked out. You can walk down the street right now and get knocked out. I bet you if you fight somebody for 10 rounds straight and get your head punched in, no matter if a nigga pillow fist or not, you can't. A punch is a punch. You know what I'm saying? You not
Rich,
gonna like that shit.
But
you not gonna like it.
I'm just telling you personally what
mentally
I would like.
you gonna be messed up.
Personally
As a boxing fan, of course we would like to see a guy get knocked out in the 3rd round, 4th round, he laid out and stuff like that. Of course we would see that. Like to see that. Of course, but 12 rounds and you outboxing the nigga, beating him up or whatever. That's not saying that Shakur do that to a lot of fighters because he outboxing him, but he don't be beating the shit out of him. You know what I'm saying? But
thank you for that clarification, because some niggas will say he beats the shit out of niggas.
Let's just say if he bouncing on it, beating the shit out of him, whatever, for 12 rounds straight, that man probably be mentally and physically done after that. And doing the stuff that he do, the way if you can't touch nobody, you would take a nigga whole confidence out.
I gotta agree with that. You'd be frustrated.
I get what he's saying, and I understand what he's saying, but that is because it's going to be a boring fight. I guess that's why some guys decline to fight him. And let's not act like the financials don't have a part to do with it too, Rich. Like, this is a business at the end of the day. Niggas are looking to make the biggest bag possible, and let's be honest, they're not making their biggest bag possible fighting a Shakur unless they are like a C-level fighter. But go ahead, Mr. Greg.
I was going to say, no, he's not the face of boxing. You have to give, this is just my opinion, of course, you have to give fans a reason to want to come out to see you. And the reasons are real simple. Your performance. They're going to come to see you perform and get beat up, or they're going to see you perform and win. And he doesn't do either, in my opinion, in the way that you're excited about him. Fighters don't have to be super skillful. They just have to be entertaining. They have to be compelling enough for you want to see them fight every time. See, when Shakur sits and talks about him being, he wants to be the face of boxing, but he's not doing the kind of work in the ring or outside of the ring to be that. I agree. He can be frustrating to fighters going into the ring with him, and they get embarrassed, but they don't have a real compelling reason to even get in the ring with him, to be quite honest. It's not like it's a whole lot of money. It's not like it's a big spotlight. The Tio is bringing, in my opinion, the bigger spotlight for Shakur to shine on. But what will he do with that spotlight? We've seen what he does so far, and it's all we always have criticism for him. I feel he's just fading, not because again he doesn't have the skills. He's just not making it exciting enough for you want to root for him. I want to root for the fighter, even if he's getting beat. I mean, I wish he understood that. And of course, the business of boxing, the money that's involved, the positioning, everybody's moving different in different directions, going up, going down. That plays a big role in what fights we really see. So for him to be talking like he's talking, that's good if he can back that up, if he can make that a reality that he can be the face of boxing, but he hasn't done it. So why he's saying all of that, he should be saying what he should be talking about this fight with Tio. He should be talking about what we're going to see. At least we'll have something to look for. All I hear is he pounding his chest about who he think he is.
Well,
No,
that's
no, no,
interesting
no, no.
that you mentioned that.
Greg.
Hold on, Rich. That's
Greg, in the
interesting that you
interview, he
mentioned
talked
that,
about
Mr.
Tio a
Greg.
lot.
Okay, I didn't
That's
see that.
interesting. Yeah, that's interesting that you mentioned that, Mr. Greg, because he was saying how if he beats Tio, that going to fight, but he said that he's not going to reveal any sort of game plan that he has to beat Tio. He just knows that he's going to beat Tio, and he obviously they asked him, Cigar Talk asked him if he was going to fight him the same way he fought Zepeda, and he kind of curbed that question and said, he'll fight him any way he needs to in order to get the W. But he also mentioned, I guess, the situation with Devin, obviously, and if that fight is a fight that he's looking forward to in the future as well.
I mean, I definitely think there's an interesting thing, right? Like how people grow from amateurs and then the pro level, and then like what kind of levels you on. Obviously, Devin Haney just had a fight last week, whatever the past week. You showed a lot of love on Twitter, man. You were showing love, you know what I'm saying, to Devin. That was kind of his comeback moment. Anytime I feel like one of y'all fight, it sort of becomes this like, yo, are we ever gonna see it? Are we ever gonna see it?
I don't know. I'm down, bro. I'm down. They want to make it happen, and everybody wants to see the fight. I'm down for the fight to happen.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: was like they're like, oh, you attacking kind of Ben, but you're not saying Devin.
Yeah, they say that.
Here's the thing: was like, kind of Ben. If I go to UK, we gonna fight in front of 50,000 people.
That's a fact. I was there for that fight that just happened. The news.
If I fight Devin, we're gonna stay at T-Mobile, MGM, maybe 12, 15,
right.
20 maybe. Let's just throw a big number out there, 20.
Yeah.
The difference in size of people that we fight in front of will be a business of like, okay, how much money is you getting for this fight? How much money is you getting for this fight? So
right.
It just boils down to the business of it, but I'll fight any of them guys.
Yeah.
Truthfully.
All right, what you think about this though? Because I would say you're not an OG yet to me. You're not an OG yet. You getting it? Bro. Nah, you ain't OG yet. Man. You got to turn 30 first. When you 30, then it's like, all right, you getting OG. You know what I mean? OG-ish. But you got the young guns that's looking at you the way you used to look at them. Yeah. Abdullah Mesa, he looking at you like that bull. Do you see that when he said that? Because you said after his fight, he was like, yo, he's still a pup. Like, I forget exactly what you said, but he was like, give him some time, basically. Give him some time. But he kind of like in his interview, like, time for what? Like, who? I never said that. We don't need no time. But
I seen it.
Yeah.
I think he's young, bro. He's young, bro. Like, I think he's the truth. I think he's a hell of a fighter. With him being young, the media is gonna try to twist and turn, and they're gonna keep saying Shakur. Like, you pay attention to the interviews and everything that they saying, they're gonna keep saying Shakur, Shakur, Shakur. They're gonna do that because of that's what they want. They want to like throw him onto me, and I'm cool with it, bro. Like, I respect it, bro. I'll give him an opportunity. I'm not like that guy that's gonna be like, okay, I'm not gonna fight him.
Yeah.
I've been said me and him could like rumble. Now, do I think he's ready? No. He's young, bro.
He young, but he a killer though. Appetite. That's the type of smoke city say. That's a real thing.
He's a beast.
Yeah.
But it's levels. Like it's levels to how good he's going to be and how good he is now.
So in the Sam Noakes fight, you wasn't impressed by that?
I actually didn't like it.
Okay, so first of all, as you can hear him, Rich, talk about the financial part of it, right? Which is one of the reasons, like I said, that people do not want to fight Shakur. It's not that they're afraid of him; it's more or less the financials, and it could be, like you said, somewhat of being embarrassed by getting outclassed. But as Mr. Gregg said, people want to see entertainment. A lot of people do not like his style of boxing. That's just the facts, bro. Is he a defensive wizard? Hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? But Shakur wants to swim without getting wet, and that's just not how this game goes. The fight that he had with Zepeda was like one of his most entertaining fights ever. I think that's probably like the only fight of his I ever went back and watched, if I'm being honest, because it was entertaining. If he wants to continue on this face of boxing parade and charade that he has going on, he's going to have to give us more performances like that. Now, as far as him
So
and Tio, I mean, as far as the face of boxing between him and Tio, I mean, both of them need to sit their ass down if you ask me. But Tio does have, I guess, more notable names on his resume, and this will be Shakur's, as he said, the fight of his career. Even though they said that about Zepeda, he's looking to make a name for himself, and I can't be mad at him. The only thing I can say is he's a long way from being the face of boxing, if we're being honest.
Can't
That's just
disagree
what it
with you
is.
there.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with what he said about Abdullah Mason too, though. To be honest,
Yeah,
like
I do too.
Abdullah is still young, man, and it is levels, man. Like Shakur got that experience, man, and
Yeah,
that means something, man.
yeah, it does. Yeah,
We'll have to
yeah.
see how that
I
goes.
agree. I
I
agree
just
with that, and I agree with the part about Abdullah Mason too. I had no gripes with that. I actually agree with him 100% because even in that Sam Noakes fight, he took a lot of punches and a lot of punishment that he didn't need to take. He needs to work on his defense. He's very offensively sound, but he needs to learn how to pace himself and to just be a little bit more poised. He want to get in there and just rip your damn head off, and sometimes rushing in cannot be. You know what I'm saying? If he was in there with the nigga that knocked him down that one time, and that nigga had Sam Noakes skills, Abdullah would have been in some trouble. You know what I'm saying? Not to say he wouldn't have pulled it out, but he would have been in a lot more trouble than what he was in.
that's the kind of fights that they need when they're young and still coming up. They
Yeah,
need to
yeah,
be
yeah.
tested like that. So I'm glad to see it because sooner or later they all are going to get a defining fight. And the
Right.
more
Yeah.
experience that you have getting yourself out of trouble, the more you get questioned in that ring and you can answer
Mhm.
it, the better you're
Mhm.
gonna be when you step up. And that's
Yeah.
what the problem with boxing today with this generation is the positioning and moving and looking for the big bag very soon. And a lot of times there are too many holes still left in the game of the young fighter. He can do a
Yeah.
few things great, but he got holes and it gets exposed when they get that defining fight. And I'm glad that
Mhm.
Abdullah had those two hard fights where some questions had to be answered about him while he was in the fight. I think that would be good for him. And I think he needs another test. It doesn't have to
Mhm.
be a
I was just
hard,
about to say
hard,
that.
but it has to be a test that shows his improvement. Just like we've been seeing Rolly improving, even though he's been knocked out, we still keep seeing that he's improving every time he fights.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
I get tired of people calling Rolly trash, man.
Well, Rolly is not. He's not. I mean, people call him trash with valid reason, Enigma. They're not, just saying it cuz. But he has been progressively getting better. That's why this whole Devin Haney and Bill Haney, like, trying to fight Rolly right now, I don't know why they're doing that. Obviously, Bill, sees some type of holes he can exploit. We all know the Haneys do not take fights that they are not 100% sure they can win or 100% think they can win. So, we shall see. I know Roly has a mandatory in Giasov. I don't know. I know he asked for an exemption. I don't know if they're going to grant him the exemption simply because he doesn't have another fight lined up. But I do know that they have requested that he has an exemption, and maybe because I know he's trying to fight Pacquiao, so we're going to see what goes on with that. But I know that Devin Haney is, Bill Haney is out here on his Rolly parade. I don't know. He wants to fight Rolly, and now Turkey wants Ryan to fight Conor Benn after he fights Barrios. So I don't know when that rematch is going to happen, if it's going to happen. Clearly, Turkey has other plans for Ryan that he may not have for Devin. So I don't know.
Let me say something. Let me say this, Jack Wayne. What do you think about this? Right, I'm under the belief that if Lamont Roach goes in there and handles business and he beats Pitbull Cruz emphatically, he like busts his ass or even finishes him, that's gonna catapult Lamont Roach. I think he'll be more of a bigger star than Shakur Stevenson. What do you think about that? I think he has a chance to become a bigger star than Shakur Stevenson is if Shakur beats fucking Teofimo.
Yeah. And I mean,
I don't think that.
Well, hold on, because he asked me. I think that Shakur probably will beat Tio. It depends on what Tio shows up. To be honest, like I just don't trust Tio, man. I just don't trust him. He's
Right.
like all over the place with himself. But he gets up for certain fights. So this fight could be extremely interesting or extremely boring, being a high class game of tag. You know what I'm saying? So who the hell knows? But to answer your question directly, if Lamont goes in there and puts the beats on Pitbull, then possibly, they always use Tank's leftovers as a measuring stick anyway.
Exactly.
So,
That's
we'll definitely see. We'll definitely see. They constantly using his fighters as a measuring stick, and so we'll
that's
definitely
what
see
Bill
how
is
this
doing.
goes.
That's what
Yeah,
Bill is
for
doing
sure.
with Rolly.
But that's stupid because Tank knocked Rolly out. So what exactly are you looking to prove? The same? Well, who knows? Because he tried to do the shit with Ryan, and we see how that turned out. So who the hell knows? You know what I'm saying? It could be another pick going wrong for them because Rolly is punching. He's gotten better. I don't know if he's as fast as Devin. I know Devin's arm reach is probably longer. So they probably looking at all of that. They probably thinking, they could probably jab Rolly head to death, but who knows? If that fight even gets made.
I think if Rolly would have got away from Coach Bullet a long time ago, he would have been significantly better now than he was back then. That's just my personal opinion.
Yeah. Just 1 second. So, Dank Father, I see you keep asking this stupid question, and I've been seeing you ask it like a lot, right? So, the answer to your question, which I'm sure you already know, is because Rolly was his mandatory. But I think you already know that. But he called Rolly trash when, if I'm not mistaken, Rolly was still with Bullet. We're talking about him progressively getting better since he left Bullet. Keep up with the conversation. Go ahead, Enigma.
I think to answer him, Tank called Ryan trash, and Ryan is not. He's not a good boxer. I don't care what nobody say, and I don't believe he cheated Devin Haney either. But Ryan has goddamn cement blocked feet. Period. And he got a hook. He's not that good of a boxer. That's just my personal opinion.
How old is
Who you
Rolly
talking
now?
about, Ryan?
The only reason why Tank fought him because Ryan talked himself into that fight just like Rolly did.
Mm-hmm.
And then Floyd made Tank fight fucking Rolly because it was his last fight on Mayweather promotion.
Yeah.
How old is Rolly?
If I'm not mistaken, he's what, 28, 29?
Yeah,
Okay.
like
So they're in their late 20s. Shakur is in his late 20s as well. Is that correct?
Yep.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken. Mm-hmm.
They got to all of them got to stop dragging their feet.
Yep.
They're getting older, and all that training and preparation, even if it's just once a year, still takes wear and tear on your body. Just because you're not getting beat up in the ring, you're doing some damage to that extent just training. And they still not meeting each other. I think some of them should have already fought each other by now.
I agree 100%.
I agree too.
But with Shakur, like I just said, I'll just repeat it again. If he can just raise his performance game up in the ring, that would go a long way to what he wants to be seen as. But he has to make up his mind. Do you want to perform that way? Do you want to take those risks in the ring? A lot of times, what I'm seeing, a lot of fighters are reluctant to take some risks in the ring, and I understand that too. You don't want to 2 or 3 years later, you can't talk, you can't walk, you don't have any money, etc. But that's what the game is. You have to take some risk. You gotta step outside your comfort zone and step outside your limits. And for somebody who has the talent that Shakur has, he has the deficit with the bad hands. I get all that too. But he has to decide, is he going to do this? And if you're going to do it, you just can't talk about it. You really got to be about it. I don't dislike any of these fighters. I just dislike how they've been handled. And I try to get away from thinking about fighters of old because this is their turn now. So they're doing things a little bit differently, but it's not as exciting, and I can't help but see that. So when you say you want to be the face of boxing, what are you going to do to be about it? And what you said about uh who's Rolly, not Rolly, who's Pitbull fighting Lamont.
Pitbull's fighting Lamont
Nope.
Roach this
Yeah,
Saturday. Yes, they're the main event on that card this
Lamont
Saturday.
has another opportunity to throw all the way down and come out on top, not just with a draw, but a big win. Yes, that
Right.
would put a huge spotlight on him. And he's
Right.
got to follow up with another great performance. You don't have to have a killer in the ring, but just another great performance. That's all you need is great performances. I mean, you see how many times Arturo Gotti got beat up when he was fighting, but
Mm-hmm.
people was
Yeah.
paying to go to see him. They called him a drama queen because you got drama from him in the ring. That's all you have to do is be a bit of that. So whoever's doing the public relations, doing the talking for these guys, need to get that in their ears to their trainers, their managers, their coaches. Let's do something to make our guy a little more exciting. Let's separate him from the
Entertaining.
pack.
But see, Mr. Greg, he can do that on his own by continuing to give us the performances he gave us against Cepeda. But he, out of his own mouth, said at the post conference that he will not be fighting like that anymore. So therefore, we'll go back to the same old
Yeah.
Shakur, who is again good defensively, but leaves much to be desired when it comes to entertainment, which is why he's continuously on undercards. It looks like his stardom has regressed over the last few years, and every fight he's in is now the fight of his life, or the career defining fight. Why is that at almost 30 years old? Well,
I
what's up, Dean?
wholeheartedly
What's
agree
going
with
on, Band Up? Yeah, you know what
you.
I'm
Hey,
saying? This is
Band Up.
ridiculous. Hey, Dean, what's going on? What you got, baby?
What's up, Dean?
What's up, my beautiful
So,
people? I
Dean,
just
you all right, bro?
not really, bro. It ain't even nothing that I would want to talk about on this internet that happened. So it's I Jab Queen, I'll holler at Jab Queen about it later. But
Yeah, I'm about
yeah,
to
it's
say what's
but
going on.
I'll be okay though. It'll be okay, yo. As a woman,
All
she'll
right.
understand kind of a little bit more.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying? But yo, I did want to say that I've seen all these beautiful people up there. Um, yo, I'm a really a fan of Shakur Stevenson. I rock with Shakur. Like
Hmm.
I think Mr. Greg knows what my problem is. When I see a young man like Shakur, I just wish he was guided better by older men. I wish he was able to make better decisions. Me being a dad who got daughters myself, I know how much he care about his girl and how much he care about his babies and things like that. And I just feel like Shakur didn't have to go about his career a lot of the ways that he has gone about it, Jab Queen. I think a lot of things could have been um, a lot of things is unwarranted. I feel like Shakur could have wound up becoming America's darling if he was just pushed a different way. Like if he was pushed similar to how Bam Bam Rodriguez is getting pushed, I think and obviously because he a black American fighter is on a much it'll be on a larger scale. I just think just a bunch of bad business decisions in a way. And not even saying that the people around him are doing it on purpose. I just think that when you put the eggs before the, when you put the cart in before the horse, these the type of results you wind up getting. When you really like Michael Jordan was saying, I don't know if y'all seen it the other day. Michael Jordan was sitting up there talking about why he got a brand and he see everybody having logos and stuff. But he said he got his logo after averaging 30, like Mr. Greg will tell you, being the number one guy in the NBA, Larry Bird calling him Black Jesus. He got his brand from what he did on the field. And I just feel like a lot of fighters, y'all, and it's particularly Shakur, they miss that aspect of it. Like, go stop everybody. Go stop Zapata. Go stop De Los Santos. Then pop your shit. But when you got the Artem fights and the lackluster things that go on, and you still popping it, you kind of be counterproductive to what you got going on. And I think it's hurt him. And then it transitioned to being co-mains and things like that because he wasn't on that trajectory. So that's my
Right.
biggest thing. I just want. I hope he does well. I hope he stops T.O. Jag Queen. You feel me? And get back to where he should be. But as we know, that probably don't happen. Probably be a pretty good fight. 8-4, 9-3. Maybe T.O. win. Maybe T.O. stop him. That's all I got there, Jag Queen.
I can agree with that. I just want to see a good fight, right? Like so with the Zapata fight, you know what I'm saying? I can't say that I was disappointed. I liked that fight because we got to see Shakur be active. We got to see him interact with another boxer. Now, obviously, I wouldn't recommend him, you know what I'm saying, in the pocket fighting like that with somebody with some more power. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, a little bit smarter, but that was an entertaining fight. And that's just the point that I'm trying to make. Nobody's saying he's not a good boxer. Nobody's saying that he's not very skilled. We all know Shakur is extremely skilled. That's not in question. His entertainment value is. His putting ass in seats comment that he just made is. Like there is a point where you can be big on yourself, and then there's that thin line between delirium. And I think, unfortunately for him, he's crossed into it. But what's going on, Band Up? Band Up, babe. What's up? Pay that track phone
Yeah,
and
your
come
boy.
back. Okay.
I'm on the laptop. Hold on, don't come to me. It ain't even.
Come on, Band Up. Everybody know about you now.
Man, it ain't even like that, Greg. That was years ago.
I know.
So,
What's up,
I don't got the
bro?
Boost Mobile. What's good? What's good? What's good with y'all, man? It's a good day. It's a good day. You know what I'm saying? It's been all right for you, boy, Band Up. I can't wait for these fights this weekend. I'm actually excited to see Pitbull and Roach do his thing. I got Roach, by the way.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I
Who
think he
you
could.
got? Cool Boy, Cool Boy, or Oshaki?
Ooh, I'm gonna take Cool Boy. He been on the uptrend since he had that debacle a couple years ago. You know what I mean? He's been
Okay.
doing good in the last couple fights, so I'm gonna rock with him until he show me something different.
Shane Mosley was somewhere talking crazy too about Jesus Ramos. So I was like, okay, let me see what's going on. We're gonna see.
Yeah, and I think I think Shakur truly thinks he's bigger than what he is. And like I was saying on Dean's platform earlier, I think Shakur came into the boxing game wanted to be a super defensive specialist, but at the end of the day, you could do that. You know what I mean? You could do that, but you gotta. It looks better when you're having defense and you end up knocking these cats out at the end of the rounds. You just playing defense and everybody's going 12 rounds and you don't really knock nobody out is an issue. Um, I don't think he thinks that's it's an issue like it is, but it is an issue. You know what I mean? Your hands, you got them Deontay Wilder hands. You know what I mean? You got some bad
Yeah,
hands.
but Mayweather wasn't always knocking niggas out as he moves up either, but he was extremely entertaining. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it's still something missing. It's still something missing.
Mayweather did have the Pretty Boy Floyd era though. You know what I'm saying? That's so it wasn't. I feel like
That is
everybody
true.
knew. I feel like everybody
That
knew
is
since
true.
he's playing defense, if he wanted to, is at the flip of a switch, he could turn it back on and just knock these cats out. You know what I mean? I feel like everybody thought that's what the case with Mayweather. I think he could have actually, to be honest with you, but he played so much defense and made these cats look stupid and just exposed the shit that they did. It looked fucking flawless. You know what I mean? It was a little bit different from Pernell. You know what I mean? Pernell with it. You know what I mean? I like to dance a little bit. But Mayweather really took it to a science. I think Shakur got it to a science too, but I just think he needs a little bit more offensive baggage, shall I
He needs to be
say.
a little bit more and
Hey, Jack
offensive.
Queen,
But
can
you
I?
know what? You oh, go ahead, Tom.
No, I'm sorry. I just wanted to say I wanted to give y'all perspective on where my relationship is when it comes to Shakur. Jack
Okay.
Queen, there was one point in time where I looked at Shakur the way I look at Abdullah Mason right now. So you can understand why my heart certain things that he's done since has hurt my heart. No different than Abdullah would do it. Me and KO didn't argue 2 hours about. I still think Shakur's special because I think Jab Clean. It takes a special fighter to beat him. So just by default, he don't do nothing special, but he's so pretty good at everything that a average or a pretty good guy not gonna beat him. So you gotta be special to beat Shakur. So that kind of makes him special in a way. But that I just want to give you more information on that, Jab Queen. I felt about Shakur the way I felt
Um,
about Abdullah Mason, and then things just took a drastic left. All of the capping, even Keyshawn, Jab Queen. Like until Keyshawn, I love Keyshawn, but he started like, all right, the little shots here and there, that's okay. But he just started ODing, and it's like, I can't condone it. So I just wanted to give y'all a why I be on Shakur, how I be, because I'll defend him against anybody too, but certain things I'm too thorough for that. I can't defend it. You know what I mean? So
And I respect that, Dean. You have always, made your stance with Shakur known. And I know that you have a personal relationship with someone who knows him well. And I was also on spaces when you've spoken to him a couple of times. Yeah, I was just taking too long, so I had to get up out of there. But I was listening. So I get it, right? And from being, and to be honest, from being from Jersey, you want that kind of homegrown support to give to somebody. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if you guys got the chance to watch the interview I did with Shadeja earlier, but you guys should definitely check that out. But you want to get behind, people who are from your city or from your state or whatever the case may be. And it's just with Shakur, man, I just cannot get jiggy with his shit. You know what I'm saying? I like
I
entertainment. I
understand.
like to see, I'm from that Nuck If You Buck era. I grew up in the 90s, so I want to see
Me
some
too.
fisticuffing. And Roy Jones Jr., y'all know, is my favorite fighter. I love just the entertainment. I love seeing a nigga get. Maybe I need some help now that I think about it and say it out loud. But
No,
nevertheless,
you don't
I
need
just
no
like
help.
to
You don't need it.
see.
You fine.
I just like to see like a little bit more entertaining. And I get it. It's technical and people like the sweet science and all that other kind of crap. But if I gotta know that you just threw a double jab and if I gotta pay all that kind of close attention, man, it's like homework, and I ain't got no time for that right now. I want to see a nigga get knocked upside his head and then put on the goddamn canvas. You know what I'm
He's
saying?
not.
Hence why I like more entertaining fighters. David Benavidez, Tank. You know what I'm saying? Like these are just more or less my type of fighters. Not to say that these other
Hey,
fighters are not good. I just like more entertainment fight, like David Benavidez last weekend. I just knew he was about to punch Yardy's head off the goddamn shoulders
hey,
and
Jab
into the
Queen.
stage. I
Hey,
knew it.
Jab
I just
Queen.
like
If,
shit like that. I like seeing blood fly out of nigga nose. You know what I'm saying?
hey,
I do
Jab
need
Queen.
help.
If they want
Dean,
to
you're
know
not
what's
being
the
honest with me,
difference,
Dean. You're not being honest with me. I need help. You're not. Now
hey,
that I say
hey,
it out
Jab
loud, I
Queen.
need
No, no, you don't. Because I'm gonna tell you why. You don't need no help. I'm gonna tell you why, baby girl. Because think about it. If y'all want to know what we be talking about and why we like what we like and not the Devin in them style. Hey, Mr. Grant, David Benavidez hit that man with a 15 punch
Yo, you
combination
saw
with
that
one
shit go
hand.
bang, 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 bang. I was like, oh my God. It made me, and I'm a huge Martin fan. So I was looking at, how when Martin was like, Pam, you had the makes the honest head going back like cacao, cacao, cacao. I was like, oh my God. That nigga head was bouncing like a Pez dispenser. You saw that shit?
Jack
Bang,
Quinn, have
bang,
you
bang.
ever
I was like,
seen that
And they
before?
said it.
snap.
The commentary said it. He said Yard got punched like 16 times in the face.
Yes.
Have y'all ever seen that before, y'all, where a
No,
person
I
hit
hadn't.
somebody with a 15 punch
I had
combination
never
with
seen
Yo,
one
that.
you know what I was
hand?
gonna ask? Is that legal? Because he was holding him while he was
Yes, it
fighting.
was
Is that
legal.
legal?
It wasn't
Okay.
legal
Because
what
Yard,
Yardy was doing. Yardy was holding
yeah,
his arm.
Yeah.
That's why David started doing that. Yardy
Oh,
was
okay,
holding
okay.
his arm, and that's why the ref didn't call it. Because Yardy
Okay.
was doing the illegal thing, trying to press down on David's right hand. Because David was doing that with his left. That's not his power hand. He was doing that with his left.
Right.
He was trying
yeah,
to
because
hold that right hand down.
if David would have took a step back, he would have been off balance. He's like, I'm
Oh,
not
it'd have
going to
been
take a
over,
step
man.
back.
He'd have got that right
Yo.
hand off. Somebody was going to bed.
Well,
Yeah, that.
you see that boxing appeals to our bloodlust.
Mm,
Oh, it
Yeah.
is.
yes,
Just like
Yeah.
of
just like
course.
You know what's crazy? I honestly, to be real with you, I'd rather fight and not have blood. So Cass can't be like, oh, that shit was in my eye and all that. I've watched too much UFC in my day, and it doesn't really happen too much in boxing as he does in UFC, but I watched too much of that in my day for the cats to be just pulling out off of the blood, and I'm like, now them cats got it like
The
that, like
blood in their eye band up where we got to
yeah,
stop the
yeah,
fight and all that. Yeah, okay.
yeah,
But
yeah,
that's
like
part. But the thing is, in boxing, no band up. Boxing don't give a fuck. You got all that blood. You better come throw in that towel, or the jab
Yeah,
queen to tell
but
you,
you
or
know
we gonna
what?
stop this bitch.
Speaking of the UFC and crossovers, did y'all hear that Ronda Rousey and Katie Taylor about to fight?
Lord, can you tell
That's
if
the
they doing the
craziest shit.
UFC or boxing, jab queen?
No, it's
Is it
gonna
which
be
one?
boxing. I just hope that she just don't Ronda Rousey don't start kicking and shit like
Man,
thinking
Ronda
because she
Rousey
getting
about to
she getting
get it.
heads, shoulders, knees, and toes put on that ass.
She
But
might fuck around and put on an arm
How
bar.
you feel about that, jab queen?
I'm gonna watch it
Because
because I
Ronda Rousey
definitely
about
want
to
to
get
see
the
it.
shit beat out of her.
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna
was
watch it
just
because I
about
want
to
to see
say
if
that.
Ronda Rousey can control herself from using other body parts. That's what it's gonna be interesting to me. If you getting your ass, I want to see if you gonna fight. Like if you're not gonna be able to kick her, because I forgot what boxing match that was. We saw a nigga kick. Who was that? It was a man, and then I saw another girl
Francis
boxing match.
Ngannou tried. Then Francis
No,
Ngannou almost tried to kick Anthony Joshua. Wasn't that what fight
it
was
was
that?
another
Francis,
oh, what's
fight
it
they
called?
had to stop.
too.
You remember that Tyson
What
Fury
fight
tried
was
to swing
that?
through it, and then Francis is like, "Bro, I'm about to
Yeah, it
use
was
my
the
elbow
Tyson
too."
Fury fight. Yeah, he tried
Yeah,
to. They had to get Francis. Francis was like, shit. I'm
Yeah.
about to.
You know, Riddick Bowe had a fight like that. Did y'all see
That's
Really?
that?
crazy as hell.
Riddick Bowe had a fight where it got so bad that Riddick was winning, but he tried to kick his opponent, and then Rock Newman jumped up from his seat to grab the fighter that Riddick was fighting, and almost
What?
pulled
Yes,
him out of the
yes,
ring.
yes. That's the fight I was talking about. That's yes. I remember that when I did my throwback Thursday. He was
Wow.
kicking him and he was like, "What the hell?" And he grabbed him so he could start hitting him. Yes, that was so crazy, yo. That was
But
so
And
that's the
y'all
kind of
crazy.
remember that
stuff we
fight with
kind of like
Keyshawn?
too.
What was that
Uh,
fight
Keyshawn
we
and who?
saw with Keyshawn a couple years ago, like a year or so ago, where it was a wrestling match, Jam Queen? Keyshawn
Oh my
almost threw the
god.
nigga out the ring. What fight was
Out the
that,
ring.
y'all?
Yes, yes.
Yo,
That
that
wasn't
was a damn wrestling
Barincek, was
match.
it? That wasn't
No, it wasn't
Barincek. It had to be
Barincek.
the fight
Who was
before
that,
Barincek.
y'all? The fight before that. Oh man, that was
But
one of the
listen,
worst watches in boxing history.
there's this thing going around now, and I don't know if it has legs yet or not. Usyk and Deontay Wilder.
what?
Oh man, Jam Queen, he gonna
Yeah, I've
get.
been hearing
Oh
that.
Lord.
Usyk and Deontay Wilder are supposed to be in negotiations,
You
or
ever
he's
seen
made
a dead
reference that he
body,
wants
Jam
to fight it.
Queen? You ever seen a dead body? No, I'm just. You
Oh
ever seen a dead body?
god.
Like you being from Jersey, like no, this is exactly what's
Yeah,
about to happen. Like
once
Jab
in my
Queen, you
life.
being
Yeah.
from Jersey, you ever see somebody getting their ass whooped and you ain't like them, and they was getting their ass whooped and you still felt bad, even though they
Yeah.
deserved it. Like they getting their ass whooped, they deserve it, Jab Queen, and they getting
Hmm.
their ass whooped that bad. That's how I'ma feel when Usyk in there. Oh Lord, God damn,
I think at this
Wilder,
point now,
no.
Deontay is selling his name, which is so sad. I really don't like that for him, man. But
I hope.
yeah, Usyk
Remember?
made reference saying that he wants to fight Deontay
Oh,
Wilder.
you know what? I did see that, Jab Queen. I did see that when you
Hmm.
No.
talked
So I
about
don't know
Usyk
what's
and
going on.
Wilder.
Mr. Greg, this is
Yep.
gonna be Big Baby Zane and Deontay Wilder all over again. Like, just
Yeah.
put it on repeat. Usyk gonna be worse because Deontay has never fought a man that boxes the way. Jab Queen, let me calm down. Jab Queen, do you understand he has never been in the ring with a man of Usyk's skill set?
Yeah.
He never been in there with nobody that can really
Who?
box and
Wait,
move
wait,
on his
wait.
feet.
He been in there with the Gypsy
What?
King.
Water?
No,
You been You mean
a
water?
nigga. I'm talking about a
Yeah.
guy that is close to his size,
Oh
that
shit.
moves the way of Usyk, and he's going to
Y'all
box.
saw
He's
Usyk
not going
dancing.
to.
Come on now.
Yeah,
Y'all saw
like
Usyk with
Usyk,
his foot
like
dancing.
bro, Usyk about to go in here and beat the shit out of this
Hey,
man.
hey, Dean.
Come
I'm gonna
on
just tell
now.
you this now. You are 100% right as far as today, but I tell you what, you take Tyson, you take Wilder before Fury, Usyk going to sleep.
I don't know about that,
I'm
bro.
gonna just tell you
Now
that
that I
now.
know,
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you why, Banda, because I know his deficiencies today. Maybe before when I was a little blinded, but me and
Hey,
Jab Queen, I know what his deficiencies is. You can't have those deficiencies and run in the boxing ring with Alexander Usyk. He is going to
Hey,
take
listen,
advantage of that.
Deontay Wilder did some shit that nobody ain't
Lord have
did.
mercy.
Like this nigga came in boxing, never boxed before, and went on
Sure.
a 41-0 win streak and brought
With
boxing
92%
back to
knockout.
America, my nigga.
Hey, Enigma, you my brother, right? You my guy, right? We got a great relationship, you'll say, right?
Yeah.
Enigma, out of every heavyweight, who is the worst style matchup for Deontay Wilder? What's the fighter?
A
Can you
boxer, nigga.
answer the question? If you got one fighter you would tell Deontay Wilder to not go in there with, who would be that person?
Damn. Mike
Other than
Tyson,
Fury
nigga.
again?
No, I'm
Mike
talking about a
Tyson.
current
Tyson.
fighter.
Listen.
I'm talking about
Oh,
today.
Usyk. I say Usyk.
There you go.
Yeah.
I say
Lord
Usyk.
have mercy.
But y'all,
Jack
okay,
Queen, I
so
might
who?
cry.
Oh my God. I don't know if I'm gonna even watch that. I don't want to see.
Yeah, I
You know
can't
how
watch
sometimes you just
that.
idolize somebody, and not even idolize, because it is what it
I
is
just
with
get
him. It's just
respect
like
them,
when
yeah.
you the person,
I'm playing for
yeah,
my
like
boy,
you
man.
know what I'm saying. You don't want to see them go out like that. So
But I
who knows?
respect
But
Usyk too, and I feel like Deontay Wilder being disrespectful, Jam Queen to Usyk. The fact he think he could fuck with him right now. Like if I'm
well, no,
Usyk,
Usyk
think
was the
about if
one
you.
who made it. Usyk was the one who called him
Oh,
out,
okay,
who said he
okay.
wants to
Oh,
Yeah,
fight
Usyk
okay.
wanted to fight
Deontay.
My
him.
bad.
So
Oh, I
yeah,
shouldn't have known.
Usyk wants to
All right,
fight
my
him.
fault.
So we don't know what's going on with all of that. But if they make the fight, I'll let y'all know. But as far as all of this going on that we have now, obviously we saw Boots shut Virgil down on X, which was beautiful to see. It looks like Boots is coming out of his shell, and I love that for him.
He definitely
He's
is.
tweeting a little more. He told them niggas we fighting or not. You know what I'm saying? And that shut shit down right there.
Hey, Jam Queen, can I say this? I just want to say this for just you can continue to cook on that point. Remember, y'all was asking me, Dean, and everybody a while ago, Jab Queen, Dean, what Boots need to talk more. Y'all need to holler at him. Oh, I put the word in, Jab Queen. I told niggas to get the
Okay.
message to him. Just want you to know.
Okay.
He got the message back to him because I was letting guys that know if y'all love him. This is what I said to him, Jab Queen. And you might agree or disagree on this. I said, bro, he could not want to talk or not talk, but they gonna run with the narrative. It ain't about what he like to do. It ain't about what he want to do. If he don't say nothing, Jam Queen, that's gonna be the narrative. So
Yeah.
he ain't gotta talk. Just don't get mad at how people look at you then. So I
Yeah.
did put that out there. So I'm glad he
Well,
it's
I
getting back to him
appreciate
and he
that
doing
for
his thing.
sure. Cause I was like, yes, honey, let these niggas know what it is. Is we fighting or not? Blaze, pound for pound. What's up with you?
Hey,
Happy
Blaze.
belated Thanksgiving.
Peace, everybody.
Blaze.
Hey, Blaze.
You know
I'm
what it
just
is.
telling
Pound business. Salute,
you already know
Blaze.
Bando was happening in 206. Nah, just it's live, man. Boxing's live right now for a whole bunch of different reasons. And so I
Mm-hmm.
appreciate, y'all putting the platform for us to chop it up and talk about it. Look forward to Saturday. And, I just look forward. I've been interested in just listening to everybody's opinions on everything that's going down right now.
Yeah. We what you got on the Shakur being the face of boxing situation?
Face of boxing, like Shakur being
That's
the
what the
face.
brother said. That's what the brother said. He said he's the face of boxing. Y'all gonna stop disrespecting him. He said
That's
he's the
that's
face
what
of boxing.
Shakur said.
Oh, you want me to play it for you, baby? Sure. Let me play it for you. Sure. Here you go.
About you, like, yo, I want to be the best. I want to be the face of boxing,
Roll the
etc.
tape.
Is this the fight that you feel like?
I am. I'm that guy, bro.
Yeah.
I'm that guy, bro. I'm tired of even sugarcoating that shit. I'm that guy, bro.
Yeah.
I'm the guy.
What's the guy? What's the guy?
I'm the guy. I'm the guy that's gonna put asses in seats, the views, nigga. Everybody gonna tune into my fights. If we could act like Tio is the A side of this fight just because he got the belt.
Yeah.
Let's pretend because you got the belt, and I'm coming to challenge you for your belt.
That's what it is right now.
But truthfully, is he the A side?
Like
I'm the bigger fighter, bro.
Popularity.
I'm the guy, bro. Like I'm the guy, and after I beat him, bro, I'm the face, bro. You can
Face
hear that
box,
shit from
face.
me. I don't want to hear it from you, bro.
Listen, man, you know what I say all the
What the
time.
fuck is
D, what
Shakur
I say about
Stevenson talk? I
Shakur,
didn't
D.
even see that. Go ahead, Blaze. Go ahead. I'm gonna get
What
mad. Go ahead.
you tell him, D, what I tell you about Shakur? And what he say?
Shakur say the darnest things. That's what he says. Shakur
Come
says
on,
the
man.
darnest things.
Shakur say the darndest things. Listen, man, he trying to speak it into existence. Shay,
I'm
you feel
listen,
me?
okay?
I
Hey,
know what my
listen,
But
show
man,
now
gonna
he
be on
talking
tomorrow.
stuff. But look, check
yes.
this out. Check this out. The beautiful thing about it is these youngsters that we've been watching that are now, growing into their primes, Shakur's, T.O., Devin, Ryan still hanging around, they active. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like if because look at the implications of if he wins, if he beats T.O., he's 4 division champion and he's lineal champion at 140. And there's smoke between 147, 140, and 135 for him. So when he talks about the face, it's like, yeah, it sounds good, but then it's like, hey, we want to see you fight
He not
Devin.
over
Hey,
Devin
we want to
right
see you
now,
fight.
Blaze.
Oh,
No,
but
he's
wait a
not.
minute,
He's
Blaze, because it
not.
gets
But the
better.
thing
It
is
gets
he
better.
he has to fight Devin.
Well, no,
Like
no,
that's who
no.
we want to see.
Listen
He
to
got to
me.
fight
He
Queen.
said
Devin.
it don't
Go ahead,
matter.
let
He said it
Queen
don't
go.
matter.
If we could act like Tio is the A side of this fight just because he got the belt.
Yeah.
Let's pretend because you got the belt, and I'm
Yeah.
coming to challenge you for your belt.
That's what it is right now.
But truthfully, is he the A side?
Like
I'm the
popularity,
bigger fighter, bro.
popularity.
I'm
yes.
the guy, bro. Like I'm the guy, and after I beat him, bro, I'm the face, bro. You can
Face
hear that
box,
shit from me.
face.
I don't want to hear from bro. I don't want to hear.
Face. That's a are you face of that? Man. It depends how you beat him. The how matters.
Bro,
I agree.
Anywhere I go on the planet, bro, everybody knows Shakur.
Yeah.
I go anywhere on the planet, bro. Niggas, Shakur. Oh, can I take a picture? I'm the guy, bro.
Hold on, does that happen to you a lot? Like
Everywhere, bro.
You outside, yo.
Niggas could sit there and act in front. And like social media try to spin a narrative like, oh, I'm the guy, bro. I'm the guy. I with the old and with the new. I'm the guy.
Yeah.
You heard him. He not gonna tell y'all niggas no more.
Hey, all right, Rich, you my guy. Do you see why this nigga make me mad and I love him? Now I'm wrong if I get out here and say this motherfucker is delusional on a different fucking level. But nigga, you're not over Devin Haney notoriety wise. I'm
But
sorry, Jam
listen,
Queen.
so Blaze, hold on 1 second, Blaze. So he basically to answer to you said there's a lot of smoke. He's not staying at 140. He's giving the belt to his brethren. Listen to him.
Would you stay at 40 after this?
I don't know what I'm gonna do, bro. I don't know. I have no clue.
Yeah.
I have no clue. I don't plan on staying at 40. This is the vision that I feel like with me and Keyshawn, right? Because Key the truth.
Yeah. That's one you was right on, because you told me that early, and I was like, I don't know, but Key is the truth.
I remember that. Key the truth.
Yeah.
I don't want to be clashing at the same weight class as him. And I'm really a natural 35-pounder. He's naturally bigger than me. So he could have a 140-pound division. That could be his.
You know, people hate me. You gotta say that.
It's cool. They can hate it all they want. They can't stop.
But I kind of hate it too. I'm not gonna lie.
You can hate it. What can you do?
No, we can't do that. Nah, just tweet.
Oh,
That's it.
okay.
You just go on Twitter and tweet about it and just write
Okay.
emojis.
Okay.
I can tweet at you. I can at both of y'all. Think, yo, that's all. I can't really do nothing about it. Yeah.
See,
Huh.
so
Keyshawn
he's going
is
back
not
down
the
to
actually bigger guy.
135.
But look, like he
That's
told
fine.
you, the fact of the matter is he's showing that he got options, but he's alluding to like he don't want to go to 47. He's saying he's alluding that he go from 140 and go back to 135. But the thing is he's active
But Blaze, then you
to
can't say
talk
you
all
want to
this
fight
stuff.
Conor Benn.
But that's the thing.
Then you can't say you want to
Remember,
fight Conor Benn at 147.
but remember, you gotta be the one where I'm not gonna be the one carrying Shakur's water because
Lord have
Shakur says the
mercy.
darnest things. He's everywhere. He's back and forth,
Hey
up and
Blaze, you
down
my brother.
all
Can
the
I ask
time.
you a real question? Can I ask you a real
Yeah.
question? Have you ever seen Shakur Stevenson and Keyshawn Davis standing next to each other? Have you ever seen any
Yeah, I seen him.
pictures of them together? Who's bigger?
But I don't know. They don't look too much.
They
You
don't.
know, the YNs, they don't look too much
Nah.
different in size.
One at a time, y'all.
Hey,
One at a time.
Dean. Hey, Dean. I'm gonna go
Yes,
by
Rick.
I'm gonna go by y'all logic, man. Y'all
I
logic
know
is
you
when a
is.
fight,
Rich.
I'm talking when a fight is
Excuse
safe.
me?
No, I'm saying.
No, now
I
you're
mean,
not.
I done heard so many people.
So now you're not. So first of all, the thing about it is this. Keyshawn is not smaller or bigger. In fact, I'm trying to find that goddamn picture. And stop by going by other people's logic. What do you think? I can't stand when you get up here and say that, Rich. What do you think? Not what everybody else thinks. What do you think?
Like
Bro,
I think
Shakur damn
Keyshawn,
near the size of Bud, dog.
I think Keyshawn bigger because Keyshawn said out of his mouth. Keyshawn said that Shakur naturally small guy. He said that.
He's
Then he
not
had a nerve.
though,
But
Rich.
Keyshawn said out of his mouth. Keyshawn said, if I was one of these young fighters coming up, it's so easy to get on his nerves and get a fight with him. All you gotta do is say a bunch of stuff about him.
Yo,
All you gotta do
Rich,
is
you my
disrespect him.
man's, right? Rich, you my man's. Rich, we both got eyes. I seen Shakur standing next to. I seen Keyshawn, Shakur, and Bud all standing next to each other, brother. You've seen that same picture. Bud is in the middle, Keyshawn's on the left, or you're right. If you looking at the picture, you're right. Shakur's on the left. Shakur Stevenson's not bigger than Keyshawn Davis. Shakur Stevenson was just last week, 2 weeks ago, pictured being in the mall. They showed the old video, Jab Queen, of when Bud was at 147. They are walking together. Shakur is Bud Crawford size. Am I lying, Jab Queen? Did y'all
Listen
see
though,
that?
Dean, this is a non-argument because as no, for real, were we just talking about boxing objectively? Boxing objectively, these guys all fight below their natural weight. And then Shakur already talks about fighting Connor at 147. So I don't care when each of them's telling me, oh, I'm the naturally bigger, smaller fighter, whatever. I don't care. Because when he's talking his talk, I'm gonna keep telling y'all what I've been telling you, where I'm gonna ultimately get to
Jab
randomly,
Queen
however we
so
get to.
petty.
I'm gonna want to see Shakur versus Devin.
Blaze, can you
Period.
look at that picture on the screen? Has
Yeah, I seen
Keyshawn
it.
ever looked that big? Has Keyshawn ever been that big in his life?
Hey, man, listen, like I
That is a
told you,
220-pound man right there.
these guys, I don't care about what they say about
I
who's
didn't,
bigger and
Blaze,
who's
I didn't
smaller.
ask. I asked you to talk to your brother Dean. Jab Queen, can you put that picture back up there for me, please?
Oh, sure.
Please.
Hey man, with listen, with AI, with Sora, with pictures, like I said, he
Oh,
all
nigga
looks
said,
like he's
nah, we not
small.
gonna do this, Blaze.
No, I'm not saying you doing that, but I'm just telling you, listen, man, I don't like it, it don't matter
Blaze,
what I see.
Blaze, you my guy, right? When people tell me Jab Queen, this was why Dean people be fucking with me. When people say Dean, Boots big as hell, Jab Queen, I'm one of the first people to tell y'all, Boots bigger than a motherfucker. I ain't even gonna cap about that. The Boots bigger than a motherfucker. Don't tell me I saw Shakur right next to Jake Paul, who is a cruiserweight. Jake Paul walked around at
Yeah.
220. How much y'all think Shakur Stevenson weigh right there? Let's keep it a stack.
Like 170 at least. Like real talk. That's why I'm trying to tell you, Dean. Like this ain't an argument for me. They all fight way above their
I'm
weight that
talking
they
about
actually
why
go down
Shakur
to.
trying to act like we don't got eyes, Blaze. That's
Because he
all I'm talking about,
says
Mr.
the
Grant. I
darnest
have
things, bro. He
eyes.
says it. He says a bunch of shit, bro. That's why I be like,
Hey
why are we
Rich,
over
hey
here
Rich,
talking about what
hey
he
Rich, can I
say?
ask you
What is he
this, Rich?
talking about? That's
Rich,
why I
Well,
just
he
be
Rich, you just
actually
puzzled.
saw that
said,
picture.
hold on, y'all. He actually said that the fight with Devin doesn't make a lot of financial sense, which is why he's going after Connor Benn at 147.
What if I told y'all Shakur bigger than Devin? Matter of fact, y'all don't want to have that conversation. Let me. I don't know nothing. I'm just from the East Coast. I don't know nothing. I don't know. Hey, Jab
Hey,
Queen,
but
can you go
Dean,
find a picture of Shakur Stevenson standing next to Devin Haney when they was younger?
Oh,
Don't worry,
sure.
you can't find it no right now. Don't worry about it. But what if I told y'all Shakur Stevenson bigger than Devin? If you
what I'm
seen
telling
them
you is,
walking on the
look,
streets, you would think Shakur Stevenson was bigger than Devin.
Shakur didn't look smaller than Devin when they was fighting in them sparring matches. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's like I hear you, I agree with you, Dean, but we're missing the point right here because Shakur say the darnest
They was
things
about
like,
the
why
same
am I gonna
size, wasn't they?
chase?
I saw that same sparring match. They
Why?
was about the same size, wasn't they?
Okay, look, why am I gonna get on the panel and take a side on what Shakur says when he says both
I hear
sides?
you, Blaze.
That's the
Blaze,
point
all
I'm
I'm
trying to
saying
make.
is just don't get mad at me for pointing out. You say he say the darndest things, Dean's gonna harp on he says the
Exactly.
darndest things, okay? That's all.
That's why I'm
Because I
not gonna
tried to
be
tell
in
Rich, that's
disagreement
my
with you.
guy. I love him to death. But to sit up there and say, I'm the guy now, I put butts in seats, like right there, Rich. When he says that, Rich, now I'm supposed to say what, Rich? That's true. That's the truth.
When we
That's
watch people walk
100%.
out of his fights, they literally walk. I like Shakur,
No, when
but when he fought
Gervonta
Artem,
Davis
they walk out
exists.
the they walk out the they
How
walk
about
out
this,
this
Blaze?
the fight before
We
it's over.
Blaze, we're gonna keep it more simple. Why would I even entertain what he just said when Gervonta Davis exists? And I'm a grown ass man, and I know that that's just not true.
I mean, we know if we talk about because the metric is with face of boxing
God
is the amount of
damn.
revenue you bring in, right? The amount of revenue, the gate, you feel me? How many people you put in the seats, right? Like he says, we know he says the darndest things. We know what he says is not accurate with reality. That's why I get on here and tell you, man, he trying to speak it into existence. And
Now
maybe
y'all
he
see
got an
that picture
opportunity to become the face
now,
of boxing.
now look at that picture right there on y'all screen. Jam Queen, I'm this petty. Look at that picture. Now Shakur is leaning over. Him and Devin at the same size.
My whole yeah, listen, I agree with you. That's why I'm talking what I'm talking. Hey, what's up with Shakur fighting Devin Haney?
I
But
would
like I
love to see
said,
that, Blaze. I want to
because
talk
if he
about this motherfucker saying the darndest things, right? I would love to see that fight too. We all would love to see Shakur
because
and Devin. I ain't even knocking it.
think about it, Dean. If he beats T.O., he's 4 division and he's lineal at 140. And then Haney's been handling his business. So
Blaze,
if
what do
Haney
you see
wins,
on that picture, Blaze?
I see somebody who's nearly the same size. I see a fight at 147. That's what I look and I see. I see a fight at 147.
Y'all, this is why, Jamie Queen, this is why I get now when you say you put butts in seats and you don't want to hear nothing.
So,
Hey, Jab Queen, is he over Bud Crawford? He the face of boxing over his big brother?
well, no. So Blaze, let me ask you a question, right? If at 147, who does that fight benefit more, him or Devin Haney? If he's claiming to be the naturally smaller man.
I mean, and if you take his word, then it'd be like, hey, it's supposed to benefit Devin Haney because he's saying he's declaring that he's smaller. So like he just because look, if you take what Shakur saying, he's like, look, I'm going to 140 and I'm gonna give it to my little big bro because I'm really a smaller fighter than that. So he's inferring that he's going back to 135. He's not
Mm-hmm.
inferring, but he contradicts himself because we done seen the interview with him going back and forth with Connor Benn on tweets and interviews when they're in the same
Mm-hmm.
place together talking about fighting at 147. That's why I'm telling you, hey, I got to take everything Shakur says. I can't
Hey
just take
Blaze,
one
hey
video
Blaze,
because
now
he's
you my
everywhere.
guy, Blaze. Watch this, Jab Queen. Blaze, you met T.O. in person, right?
Yes.
Have you ever seen Shakur in person? I'm not sure if you have or not.
No, I haven't met Shakur in person.
But from what you think of you meeting T.O. in person, who you think the bigger man? Like if you saw them at a fight, who would be more physically imposing?
I mean, I don't know, bro, because I'm 5'11" and I'm 187 pounds.
I I
You feel me? So I'm
I
kind
know.
of
I'm
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 kind of
asking
when
you
I
from
look
your
at
5'11",
these guys look
185
like
pound self.
they look,
If you met
yeah, they
Shakur and since you laid your eyes on T.O., who do you think would be the bigger man? Like if you just met him at a fight.
but when I seen T.O. look small, bro. Like that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like I'm in shape.
I know.
Like I'm not
I'm here,
overweight.
and
You feel me? Like I'm
no, I
coming
know.
down
I'm
from
asking you.
195. Like I'm gonna compete between 176 and
I'm not
185.
talking
So
about
what I'm
you
trying to tell you
personally,
is
Blaze. I am talking about what your eyes saw when you saw another man, when you saw T.O. Do you think if you saw Shakur, he would have been smaller than the T.O. you saw with your eyes?
that's what I'm telling you. I don't know because when you're asking me what does T.O. look like, T.O. looks like a fit
Well,
little
I saw
140
Shakur
dude.
Stevenson in person a couple times. He was in the Philadelphia arena at the Boots fight. He's bigger than Teofimo Lopez. I will tell y'all that, and y'all gonna see that fight night. Remember, I said that, Jab Queen too.
Yeah, no, I can
Yeah,
definitely because I think Tia was a smaller guy, unless I mean it depends on I guess who he's standing next to, but Tio does look like he doesn't look like a shrimp or nothing, but he doesn't look like he's that physically, you know what I'm
Jab
saying,
nah,
Queen, I
fit.
he's really
guarantee.
like 140. Look, he looked like he looked like he could make weight when I met him. Real talk. He
Jab
was
Queen,
running
that
around with a tank
Sunday.
top with the Rain magazine belt on his shoulder. You feel me? And
Jab
so
Queen,
it's like he looks
February
like a little
1st.
dude.
You're going to be making a video, Jab Queen. I'm predicting it. I'm telling you now. You're going to be making a video February 1st saying, Shakur Stevenson was way bigger than motherfucking Teofimo Lopez in that ring. Watch.
Mm,
I just
mm.
hope she be saying Shakur won because
Oh, he
he's
going win.
he's starting
Yeah,
to.
I don't see Tia winning this fight. I really don't.
Tio not beating him, man. No.
I just
Yeah, I
don't
don't
want to
think
start
so.
seeing Shakur like I see Rigondeaux.
Mm.
Um,
What you mean?
In terms of no, he's skillful, but he's boring.
hmm
That's what I mean.
Well, that,
Mm.
well,
Well,
that's
that's
already
him now.
happening.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm about to say.
I hate for it to go any
He's
further.
cursed. He's cursed by De Los Santos, bro. Like, you feel me? He shouldn't have took that fight, man.
Yeah.
Like, they cursed himself, bro. Like, real
No,
talk.
no,
That's
no.
what people don't understand. He branded himself as that. He landed 19 power punches in a championship bout. He got that belt at 135 in that fight. That's why he's cursed. I'm
Blaze,
telling
no,
you.
he cursed at the no. You might agree with this, Blaze. I kinda agree with you. But I want to see how y'all feel about this. The fight that cursed him, Jab Queen, is when he said he was going to knock the guy out in the sixth round and it went all
Yeah.
12 and he wasn't
No,
listening
against
to his
Artem.
grandpop in the corner. Artem is the fight that cursed him because that was the fight,
No,
Blaze, after De Los
no,
Santos. Remember, that was the
no.
redemption fight. That was
Yeah, but
his
no, he was
comeback fight.
already cursed though. Did you see how bad it was? Because he was cursed. He was his
But you know
granddad's
what,
trying to
Blaze?
tell him what to do to knock him down and get the stoppage. Just handle your business and it'll come to you. And he's like a little pipsqueak, like, no, I'm about to stop him. I'm about to stop him. And it's like, bro,
Yeah, he
you
was
tripping.
chasing it, but do you know what really bothers me too about that fight as well? But then the fight after the Padley fight, the ninth round,
Mm.
you get up there, you start beating on your chest like you just, you know what I'm saying? You just slayed the lion. Like I think that he really needs to. I don't know what he needs honestly,
I
but
mean,
calling
I
himself the
mean,
face of boxing, that's not it.
It's
That's
I
crazy. That
not it.
mean,
delusion is different. I didn't even
It's
know he
it's
said
it's
that,
the
Jab
it's
Queen.
yeah, it's delusion because and not only is it's one thing to say the face of boxing, it's one thing for you to say something factually inaccurate when you're like, I put butts in seats when they walk out on your fights. I like Shakur, bro. Like I really like him as a fighter in
I
the
do too,
ring.
Blaze.
But
In
when
the
he
ring,
interviews
100%.
and what he says, hey, I'm trying to tell you, I'm
Blaze,
not
how
the
you
one to
put
be
butts in
asking
seats and
about
you
what
the
he's saying,
co-main?
man.
How you putting butts in seats and you the co-main? What the fuck is you
Ooh,
talking about,
stop
Jab
that,
Queen?
team. That's not nice. That's not
What are you
nice. I'm not
talking
gonna do
about?
that.
Yeah. He was the
Ooh.
co-main under Berlanga.
And guess what,
Ooh.
y'all? I hate to say this, Jab Queen, but I kind of agree with Turkey. I didn't agree with Turkey, Jab Queen, when he first did it. Did y'all see how Shiraz beat that boy ass? That was very entertaining.
That was
Listen,
entertaining. Y'all want
listen,
That was
to see
very
it again? I think
entertaining.
I got the clip. Hold
Shiraz, they
on.
built
Go
him.
ahead, Jab Queen. I definitely would. That nigga pound his gloves like the gorilla man. Berlanga
Stop
every time he
it.
get dropped. What's that
Mm-mm-mm.
little monkey with the two musical instruments that bash against each other? That's
With
Berlanga
the
every time he
drums?
get dropped.
Yeah.
Yup.
Yeah,
Oh
man.
man.
And I love
Y'all gonna
Shakur,
So
yo.
have to do that one better.
I just think Jay Prince and them has did him a disservice in a lot of ways. I think they could have promoted Shakur differently. I like when Shakur. It's funny, after I said Shakur need to be getting his daughter more involved, what do he do in the next couple interviews at his daughter? I think he need to expose him being a father more, him being a husband more, and that part of his life to be
Yeah,
more involved.
Najee
That nigga,
asked him
you ain't gotta
about that
listen to him.
too.
You gotta listen to me,
and
Najee
bro. I
asked him
don't know
look,
about
what I'm
that. He
talking
said
about.
that he likes seeing him with his daughter, and he said he likes that whole family dynamic. And Shakur also talked about, when he's done boxing, he's going to start a business and so on and so forth. But while he's boxing, obviously he wants to be the best. He's obviously speaking into existence. He's going to beat Teofimo Lopez, become a four-division champion, and the face of boxing. So
hey, and
y'all
I
just stay
think he
tuned
Jab
for
can
Queen.
that.
break it. Look, I think he can break the curse against T.O. That's just what I've been. I'm hoping for him breaking the curse. You feel
No,
me?
you know why, Blaze? You know why, Blaze? I don't think that's gonna happen, Blaze, because now I know Jab Queen might be feeling this. Y'all know I can't stand Blaze. You know how I feel about this motherfucker Teo. I won't even say his name the right way. I say it
Yeah.
just how Tim Bradley say that shit.
The
That is
leftovers.
Teo.
The
But
leftovers.
Jack Queen, remember I was saying earlier, I don't let my delusion or my biasness let it interfere with me how I judge a fighter, right? I
Mm-hmm.
don't like T.O. I ain't say T.O. is fucking trash, though. You think T.O. going in here to just lose to Shakur? Fuck no. You about to see one of the best Teofimo Lopez's you've seen. So this redemption shit, unless he stops T.O., which I know not going to happen, I can't co-sign to that. Because I actually think you're going to see one of the best Teofimo Lopez's you have seen. And I think a lot of people going to leave that fight like, God damn, like it's gonna be some controversy, even though I think personally I got Shakur 8-4 already. But
But
that's
that's the
Dean's
thing, though.
scorecard.
It's a good
Hey,
fight.
Dean, hey,
That's going to
Dean, hey,
establish the
Dean, hey,
credibility.
Dean,
But
All
hold
hey,
on,
Shakur
hold
has
Dean.
to
on,
do
hold
is
on.
really win.
Because I'm not sure if it's going to be a good fight yet. We don't know if it's going to be a good fight, Blaze, until we see it. It could
Yeah,
be
we
a
don't
high
It's
know.
class
gonna be
Dana
good.
pity fight. You know what I'm saying?
But
We don't
Jab,
know.
Hey,
Jab,
We
that's
don't
what
know
I'm
if it's
trying to
going to
tell
be
you.
hey,
All
crazy.
hey,
Shakur has
Dean.
to do is win.
What's up,
And he
Rich?
and not do
Hey,
like he did in the Santa in the De Los Santos fight. Like he fought with one
Yeah.
arm. He shouldn't have did that
Yeah,
because they
but
branded him
Blaze, if he
wrong.
win, but
Hold,
Blaze, if
let
he
him finish.
win, and a
Let him
lot of
finish.
people,
Again.
I'm sorry. No,
Go
Blaze, I didn't
ahead,
know you
Blaze.
wasn't finished. I apologize, bro.
Now y'all go ahead.
Blaze. No, I was saying,
hey,
Blaze, if he wins, but he don't win, he win in a
it's probably not
contra. He
Larry
got a
something.
win-win, Blaze. He can't win where half of the people think Tio won. You
But
feel
no,
me?
he can. But
That's
he
what.
can
That's
win.
what. That's what.
No,
Najee said. He said it's how you win too.
yeah, but look, he can
How
win
he
how
wins in this
Devin
fight
beat.
gonna
He can
matter.
win how Devin beat Loma though, and
Okay,
it's
okay,
legit because it's a
okay.
I'm
good
here.
I agree.
Just
fight.
give me a
I
second.
agree. I agree with
You
that.
see what I'm
But a lot
I
of
saying?
agree
people
with that.
think Loma won that fight.
Exactly.
Yes.
But what I'm telling
I
you is that you can't decisively say that Loma got on Devin. See, the reason why people think Loma won is he finished strong in the 11th round. He
Yeah, yeah,
outlanded Devin 20-2, and then Devin was on the back in between the rounds, like, hey man, what's going on? He knows he's on to me. Like
and he almost
yeah,
dropped him.
it's a mean the
yeah,
moment.
yeah,
But
yeah,
Loma was playing from behind. I watched the fight a couple
yeah,
weeks ago. That was
He
a good
was.
ass fight
yeah.
because
Yes.
Devin bullied him. Devin was a weight bully. Devin was banging him to the body. He slowed Loma down, but Loma made the adjustment and started leading with the 2-1
Blaze, I had
and
that
That's
as
what
the
I'm
straight.
fight
doing,
of the
You
Dad.
feel
year.
me?
Daddy knows what
And
I'm
then
doing. Yeah.
I
But
had
what
that as fight of
Devin
the year.
did, this is why, and that was the fight of the year. And then what Devin did that convinced me that he was good is he took away Loma's footwork. The particular
Hmm.
thing is Loma gets the angle on you and literally be behind you. He couldn't
Um,
get the angle on Devin like that. And so I
Blaze,
see
Hmm.
that's what I was looking for when the fight was happening, and then the fact he took it away.
Blaze, 1 second. I'm sorry to cut you off. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna let your raggedy ass up here. But if you
Oh
start
Lord.
talking over the people on my panel, you are gone. I'm not in the mood for your trash today.
We know who
I'm
this
done with
is.
it.
Y'all know it's
Who's
me.
that?
Oh my god.
Oh, it's frequent. All right. I thought it was I was about to dip. I thought it was boxing hacker. Lord have mercy.
Oh, we
Oh.
don't use that language on this channel, Dean.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, Jack Cream. My fault. My goddamn fault.
Go
I
ahead,
apologize,
Flyer.
Queen.
What is it? What is it? What is it?
Oh no, I was just listening, but Blaze, wasn't it Blaze talking just now? I think you might have got that round the wrong. You talking about the wrong round in the
Was
11th
it the
Oh
10th?
round.
my god.
It definitely wasn't the 11th because Loma took off the 11th and the 12th round. That's
That's
why
what
he
I'm
lost the
talking about. I'm
fight.
talking about Loma outlanding Devin 20-2 in the 11th round. I just watched it.
No, not the 11th round. It must have been the 10th
No,
round.
no,
He
It's
didn't
no
have a good
frequent, no
11th
frequent,
round.
no frequent. Loma won
mm,
the 10th and 11th. It was, remember, it was
Yeah.
the 12th round that Devin dominated Loma and he was already winning the fight frequent. Remember, that was the round we like, well, what the fuck, Loma? You can't cry about losing when you lose the 12th round clear as fucking day. Like,
I
I
thought
couldn't
Loma
even say
won
that.
8. I
Flyer.
thought Loma won 8, 9, and 10.
Frequent flyer. Do you have anything to
Yeah,
contribute to the
it doesn't even
conversation
matter, but
besides when we say
Yeah,
Devin's
yeah,
damn name?
definitely.
We talking
Yeah,
about a
definitely.
whole slew
Yeah,
of other
definitely.
things. Devin was a minuscule part of the conversation,
thank you,
but you
Jab
hear
Queen.
his name and you bring your raggedy ass up here. How
I
much of
just
the
was trying to
damn?
correct them on
Tell
that
me
part,
how
but yeah,
much is in that envelope. How much is in the envelope?
Hey, frequent,
a small
frequent
couple
is
hundred
frequent
thousand,
is
but
Yeah.
that
Shakur.
ain't.
Uh-huh.
Hey, frequent is Shakur over Devin popularity wise.
Hell no.
Oh, my mailman
That
is over Devin. Listen,
that.
is that
Oh my.
is
Hell no.
Shakur the face of
No,
boxing? That's what we talking about. Is Shakur the face of the? He said he's the face of boxing, child.
no. I think
She got to be
if
stopped.
Canelo don't, I think if Canelo don't retire, Canelo's still the face of boxing. He just got beat by Bud though, who was the pound for pound king,
Is
number
Shakur
one
Hey,
over
pound
but
for
you, but
Terrence
pound
the
boxing.
Crawford?
but the
Huh?
irony is the WBC and Suleiman doing what he doing. They're raising Bud's profile. They're making him
You
notorious.
can't raise a
Yeah,
39-year-old
they trying to make
profile.
him bigger
You
than.
definitely
They're
can.
making him notorious. Because the
You
thing
I
can't
don't
is,
see
make
the
how.
Blaze
reality
He
stop
ain't
that
the
no,
shit.
first
I'm gonna tell you
person to
why. I'm
buck
gonna
the
tell you why.
system.
I know,
Hold
but
hold
he
on,
ain't
before
that.
we go to that, can I
But
speak?
when has the WBC came out and knocked the fighter for not paying their sanctioning fees? Why are they doing that? And we know
Canelo,
Maybe
there's a
because
bunch
he
Because
of
was
reasons
I
why
fighting
they're
don't
him,
think
not
he
though.
doing it.
I
liked the
don't
fact. I
know.
don't think Suleiman liked the fact that Bud
beat his cash cow.
Then his cash cow, because Canelo could
Yeah.
just
But
hold the
that's
fight.
that.
Think about it.
Hold on, y'all.
Canelo could hold that
Doesn't
belt for
make
3
any sense.
years,
That
and
doesn't make
and
any
he
sense.
and if
Canelo
he
making
paid,
huge bags, and they get a percentage of all of that.
And they get a percentage of everybody's goddamn bag. Y'all gotta stop this
But
shit,
they
yo.
ain't
It's a
making the
part of the
big bag
goddamn
like Canelo
system.
though.
but
Canelo
jab
bag is
though,
bigger.
but jab though, it's 3% of the actual purse. So when we talking
It's
about
not
how
3%. They
big
didn't charge
Canelo's,
him 3%, Blaze. They didn't charge him
They
3%.
didn't
That's
charge
why they
Bud
bitching.
3%,
They
oh,
but
charged him
they said the normal
they
rate's three
charged him
percent, but they said we
0.06.
tried to charge him 0.6. I
that's
know, I'm
Bud.
Yes.
That's
following it.
Bud.
No,
That's what they
So
said they
that
did
how
for
y'all talk
Bud.
about so that y'all whole
Yeah,
argument
so
goes
where they
the same
No,
wrong
that's what
at?
they said they
I'm
did for
talking about
Bud, not Canelo.
exactly. Okay, but that's what I'm saying. So if they're going to give him a discount, then how can y'all say
Then
that
what he
they mad?
bitching
They
about?
still helping him out. They
but
still helping
no,
the
but
nigga
No,
out.
it's
we talking
but
about Canelo's bag. I'm saying
Nigga,
Canelo
we're
was the
not
face.
talking about Canelo. We're talking about Crawford.
Oh well, with Crawford, I think first of all, with Crawford, Suleiman was saying that Crawford owed him some money from 154, but I think that's not true because
Who cares what
what
you
belt
think?
did he
That's what the
hold at
man said.
154?
He
He didn't
fought
hold no
Madrimov and
belt
he
at
had the
150.
belt. Yes, he did. He
He
took
didn't. He
Madrimov's belt.
Madrimov had the WBA Queen, so
Hey,
Yeah,
they
he had
I
the
tried to
said
I
all
don't
WBA.
know.
this.
Now that part
I
is
said
correct. I
all
don't know
this
what the hell is
frequent.
going on
I
with
said
that.
all this frequent.
he
No,
got
but
the
the part
WBA belt
I
the
don't
from
part
know.
Madrimov, but the WBC tried to insert themselves by making him they tried to make him the interim champion or whatever, give him the interim belt. The first
he's
time that
Okay,
not the
well,
somebody
interim
just
but he's not the interim champ for the WBC. He was never the interim champ
I
for the
know
WBC.
exactly. That's why he don't owe them no sanctioning fees. But Mauricio Suleiman saying he do. That's
but
what I
look
was trying to
though,
tell
Mauricio
you on your
Suleiman and
channel,
them is
but you
talking
kicked
about
me
the
off, bro.
sanction. No, the Mauricio Suleiman is talking about the WBC belt he holding right now.
No, he's saying that
What are
too,
you
but he
talking about?
also
He talking about the
he
one,
don't know.
and he talking
no,
about
he
that
said
but
you gotta
147.
listen, go back and listen to
hold
it,
on,
bro.
No,
hold
no,
on,
He
he
said
said he
Didn't
said
say.
also,
No,
He
he
no,
said
he
didn't
not.
hold on,
say.
also,
y'all.
Can I
Hold
talk, Jab
he
on.
said
Queen?
also
Jab Queen, can I
Hold
talk?
on.
154.
Nah, Dean. He said
Hold
154
on.
too.
He did
He
say
did. He said,
154. He did say
yeah, he
Jab
said
154.
one.
Queen, Jab Queen,
He said
Jab Queen. I
154,
don't
but then he
care. Can I
mixed it up.
talk? Can I talk? Can I talk? I don't give a fuck what he said. I know the motherfucking rules. If Bud was never a
How you
champion at
don't care what he
154,
said though, bro?
can I finish?
Frequent.
Can I finish?
Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. Hold up, go ahead,
Because what he
D.
says means nothing in a legal aspect where they can make it apply. That's why I don't care what he said, if you want to know the answer to that question. He probably was talking about 147, and when he went to 154, he's never paid the fees when he beat Earl Spence. That's probably what he's talking about, and then just misused his words. But the fact of the matter is, like I was telling Frequent earlier, Jam Queen, that none of this would be a factor if Bud wasn't continuing to hold on to belts at divisions he knew he wasn't going to be at. Can't nobody charge
Hello.
you for a sanction and fee, Jab Queen, if you announce you not fighting at the division no more. They cannot
And I
charge
think
you
that
for a
that's their
sanction
Man,
point.
fee.
I think that
but
that's their point.
Mauricio
That's
Suleiman is
frequent.
competent, bro.
I
Hush.
never said he wasn't frequent, but what I'm trying to tell
So
y'all
why
is
you trying to
they
clean up
saying
his
that,
words then?
what I'm trying to
Oh
say
my.
is
Same as you be
y'all
trying to
trying to
clean
make
up
it seem
Devin's
like
words.
y'all trying to make
He
it seem
said
like
what
he
he
just
said, and
talking
he meant
about
what he
y'all
said.
trying to
Okay.
make it seem like he
Hey,
just
hey,
talking about the 154 situation. He is talking about him winning undisputed at 168 and not paying the fee right now for the fight with Canelo. Let's stick
hey,
there.
hey, so
Did
so
not
yeah,
comply with the rules. Then he moves up to super middle and makes the fight of the century, beats Canelo, makes $50 million or around that. The WBC absolutely is not going to charge 3% of such an amount. We made a very clear 0.6%, which is $300,000, with $225,000 going to the Jose Sulaiman Boxers Fund, which is to help former fighters in need. And it is just regrettable. Not even a thank you or I'm sorry, taking a different route. No response. I wish him the best. But this is not the WBC is huge, it's great, it's about greatness, and I'm relieved, to tell you the truth.
hey, real quick,
So
because I
Jab,
want everybody
Jab Queen,
to say
Bud
this
only
real
hold
quick.
on,
made
Blaze.
10
Jab
hold
million.
Queen,
on.
what did
One
he
at
say?
a time. One at a time. Blaze, what's up?
No, because I just wanted to say this is what I want to say. This is a very polarizing subject, right? You asked me about it. I didn't get a chance to speak. I'll allow Dean can speak, Frequent to speak, but I just want to reserve my opportunity to elaborate on this issue
Go
because I
ahead.
have my own point of view.
Okay.
But I don't want to make sure they. I want to make sure they resolve theirs, so we ain't got to
No,
talk over each
no.
other.
Okay, no. First of all, Dean knows how to behave. Frequent, you start talking while Blaze is talking, I'm booting you. I told you that when you first came up here. And I'm
No,
still
he said
mad that you kept me in the back 10 minutes when I came over to your little Haney Act reunion the other day. So tread
so the
lightly.
clan meeting.
Yeah, the clan meeting, whatever.
The
Go ahead,
Halos clan
Blaze.
Yeah,
meeting.
she trying to get in the Hanos clan on a low,
No,
bro.
the hell
Yeah.
I'm not. I came over there to see what in the Haniac hell was going on over there.
She
That's
want
what
to
I
see
came
who
over
he's.
there to do. No.
I said, oh yeah, be quiet, y'all. One of them came in.
Oh,
So
please.
listen. So check this
Jackass.
out. Y'all know me. Y'all know I brand myself because I beat my drum and I say the same thing over and over again. This is the Bud Crawford era, right? This is what I've been running around saying, right? Now, Pete. The problem with this, when we're talking about this, and we're talking about Suleiman in the WBC, and then we're talking about Bud, and then we're talking about them guys explaining their perspectives on the sanctioning fee, is we don't have all the facts. And even Suleiman knows when he's talking about he won 300,000, he don't know actually how much Bud actually made. You see what I'm saying? So it's
Exactly.
like, so it's first and foremost. So he's like, I'm giving you a deal with point 0.6 off of 50 mil, but he don't know if Bud actually made 50 mil. It could be more, it could be less. The second problem that I have with this is that historically there's been other fighters that haven't paid the fee to the WBC, include Floyd Mayweather. I think he didn't pay it when he I did some research today. He didn't pay it when he fought after he fought Pacquiao. And remember, he made over 100 million in that fight. You see what I'm saying? So the sanctioning fee would have been huge if he paid it after the Pacquiao fight. That was the biggest money fight ever. You see what I'm saying? So it's like it's interesting that when they come together and they're trying to figure out how much Bud is supposed to pay, Bud paid all the other sanctioning bodies. Bud claims they asked for more than the other sanctioning bodies. Suleiman comes out and says we strip him when they could have just stripped him. He didn't have to make a statement. So now you got a system, you got a WBC, Suleiman, I think his dad was the thing before that. You got a institution that is attacking a fighter for doing something that other fighters already done. And I can't, and for me, it's like I can't take a side even with Bud because I don't know the facts. Because I don't know how much he actually made, how much he's supposed to pay if he was supposed to pay the sanctioning fee, and if he really stepped him. So I'm not taking his side. But the thing is I don't have enough information on to take a side. And then when I'm selling, just too much stuff suspect. And it's like, hey, I'll be damned if I take a sanctioning body side when they're literally been corrupt and we argue about them being corrupt. And then let me just say something about the WBC. The WBC is in a fiasco with Subriel Matias pushing his fight when he so-called pop dirty or did pop dirty and changed the rates. Right, the WBC is the same people that had Conor Benn at 160, putting him as number one at 147. The WBC is the same sanctioning body that let Canelo hold that belt for hella, duck Benavidez, but then do Benavidez a favor when he don't say nothing, get him to 175, strip Bivol of the WBC and give it to him. So it'd be like, hey man, there's too much things going on behind the scenes with a lack of information for me to have an opinion and take a side on it. But I would tell you this about the belts. Because this is crazy, because everybody say the belts don't matter and the belts do matter. And this is where I'm gonna leave my hot take where it's gonna be controversy. See, Suleiman and Bud, neither one of them are bigger than the total program. Period. The
But
WBC ain't
yo,
the end all be all. Hold up, real quick. And
That's your
Bud,
ass up,
understand
Saya.
Bud ain't bigger than the sanctioning bodies. But Pete, this is my hot take. This is my opinion. Bud is not saying I don't give a fuck about the belts. He's saying I don't give a fuck about the WBC belt. And he even
He
and
said
and,
about the
and now
IBF
and
too.
now and now okay,
Hold
look,
on.
but no,
Hold
no,
on.
no. He respected, he
he
said he
gave
he
credit to the
respected the
IBF.
IBF when they stripped him.
Y'all
He said,
should
No, he
listen, they
did
just stripped me.
not.
frequent.
No,
He
he
did.
did
No,
not.
listen,
He
hold up,
did
hold up, hold
so.
up, hold up.
True.
Listen. I'm about to finish. Let me lay my point
Damn,
right
Queen,
here
let me
because
know
you
when
can
I could
run
go next.
you
Because
can
they
run
just
it back.
saying a bunch of shit that's not even
Dean,
true.
Hold
Dean,
on, because
Dean,
Dondrick is
Dean.
next.
Because Dean, though, if I'm wrong and you correct me with the tape, what Bud actually said,
Bro,
that's
he
what I'm telling
said
you what
when
I
he
heard.
dropped the
But listen,
IBF belt to not fight Jerron Ennis, he said, fuck that IBF belt. And I got
I
the
okay,
thought I
so
receipt.
was
He
okay,
next.
was in
yeah,
the car
okay, yeah,
talking shit. He said,
okay,
fuck that IBF belt. The same shit he's saying about the WBC. So that's two
Okay, yep.
sanctioning
So
bodies.
Versus who? He
so
just
look.
said
So
that in
hold
his
on.
But we
last
Let me
talking about
let me
what he
IBF
complete.
just
Let me
said
versus
though.
complete.
who?
Let me complete. No, but then Deem has a point to correct this because Bud is contradicting himself when he played it cool about the IBF when he's scorching Suleiman, but he might have cried, but obviously he cried sour grapes when they first took it from him with Boots. So I'm not. That's so Deem. I'm right here with you. I'm not disagreeing with you.
I'm
You
just
know
all I'm
what? It
saying.
did happen. That's good. Yeah, like with me, bro. If you got the facts, you're gonna change my mind because that's not the main point that I'm trying to say. Bud says, fuck the WBC. Bud recognizes all the other sanctioning bodies. And then you got to realize what Bud is like. I like Bud as a fighter, but I'm not going to be parroting his position because Bud is paid and sponsored and mouthpiece of the Ring magazine that's owned by Turkey. But the thing is the difference with them, though, is like he said, my guy, Box Eye View won a Creators League tournament in a video game. They gave him Suleiman was there. I got a picture with Suleiman. He gave my guy a WBC belt. That shit's made out of aluminum. That WBC belt, that the Ring magazine belt, is actually made out of actual gold. Is like $186,000, and he got it for free. So it's like all of us who come from the trenches and really come from zero and all of that. Hey, he's making a point right here that people are missing. He's saying after WBC, he's not saying all fuck the
Blaze
belts. He's saying
Javante
fuck
been
that
made
belt.
that point.
But
Bud ain't
but
made the
no,
damn
but
point.
Hold on,
but
y'all.
y'all,
Hold
but
on,
Javante.
hold
look,
on,
I'm
hold
gonna
on.
land
Let
in
him
my
land his
plane right
plane.
here.
Let him land his
Let me land
plane.
my plane right here though, Dean,
I
because
ain't
that's the
get to
point I'm
land
trying to
my
make.
plane either
Because
though.
I
because you
shot
guys
that
is
bitch
making
out the
it, you
sky.
guys,
Shut up.
you guys is making it an either or. You guys are saying, oh, he cares about all the belts or he don't care about none of the belts. No, he
I
cares
don't
about
recall
the
making that
belts.
distinction.
No,
I don't recall
Jab,
doing that either.
not you, Jab. Maybe not you, Dean, but you're gonna see it identical. But just watch for this though. Watch when people argue. They're gonna
But
come and
guess
say,
what,
"Oh,
Blaze? They'll
Bud
be the
cares about the
same people
belts."
that was shitting on
All right, let him wrap
Javante
it up
for
because
not caring about it.
Here,
Dondrick
let me
wants
land.
to
Let me
go.
land.
So let
Let
him
me
let him
land.
land his
Let
plane.
me land. So look, this is the point I'm saying. Watch for the okey doke because they're gonna run around and say, Bud fought his whole life all for the belts. It was all about the belts. It was all now he don't give a fuck about the belts. No, he don't give a fuck about the WBC belt. But what he care about more than anything is the Ring magazine belt because he's under contract with Turkey and making big money with the Ring. And I let my plane right there.
I don't think that's what
All
it
right,
is
thank
though,
you so
Oh,
Blaze.
much.
shut
Be
up. It ain't
quiet.
your
He
turn.
asked you. Go ahead, Dondrick.
First of all, we doing all this shit because Bud a cheap ass nigga. That's what we doing this for. That nigga supposed to make 10 million, 50 million, 2,000 million, 2 billion, 2 trillion. I keep hearing every number every week. Somebody told me he bought Saudi Arabia. But man,
You gassing it. You
but
lying. You
so he
lying,
paid
Dondrick.
300K. But now what's irritating me is how they gonna complain when he do it. Oh, he's a revolutionary. He's starting a revolution. But it's been boxers. Earl said it first, and no one batted eye. Floyd said it.
Say that again,
No
Dondre.
one
Can you
said
say
so.
that one more
You
time?
sound like you was hiding under the bed, bro.
Oh my. See,
No, let
I'm about to get
Dondrick
on
talk.
your ass
Dondrick,
freaking.
can you say that again? Who said it before? Can you name the
Earl,
fighter that said it before? Oh,
Floyd, Tank, all them have said it first. You
But
know what I'm
oh,
Dondrick,
even
saying?
with
they
Bud,
was
right,
just saying it
Dondrick?
to duck competition though. They was just saying
But
it to duck
Suleiman
competition.
never
Oh,
came
Yeah,
out and
yeah.
attacked
You
him
right.
though.
You right.
But
You right.
Suleiman ain't called out an actual boxer and forced the boxer to defend
but
himself. See what I'm
Blaze, I'm
saying?
gonna
There's a
tell you
difference.
why.
Suleiman,
But
hey,
Blaze, you
hold on,
said
hold on.
something that was misinformation. But
Yeah,
go ahead, Dondrick. I got to get to
because
that though.
first of
But
all,
go
you
ahead, Dondrick.
said
Hold on.
you
Let
said
Dondrick finish. Let him land his plane. Go ahead, Dondrick.
so. Then you said Sabril. They moved the limits. They didn't move the limits for Sabril. He just was under.
I didn't
He
say
was
they moved
under.
the limits. I said there's
He
a lack of clarity going on with that. I said, hey, he
nah.
popped, but
You
then he
said
didn't
he.
pop,
Nah. You
and then they're
said
trying
he
to keep
moved
the
the
fight
limits.
on. I
I
don't know, bro.
remember. I
Listen,
wrote it
no,
down.
no, no. Look, bro. Look, check this
It's
out.
all right. You
No,
misspoke. It's
I
okay.
said it in passing, and if I did say that, then I misspoke because that's not my point. I don't know what the limit was. I know he fell under it. They said he fell under a certain
Well,
limit. They
listen,
put him on
y'all not gonna keep
probation,
disrespecting
but
him
they
because the
said
brother
they
is
said they
clean.
exonerated Matías, but put him on probation. I'm just saying, bro, it's just
Yeah,
gray
he's on a
area
year
for me. It's too
probation.
much. It's too much of a head scratch.
What? They put him on
Why are you?
probation?
He's on
But
a
he didn't do
year's
Queen, can
nothing
I
wrong.
slide
probation.
in
Stop
there real quick?
hating. He's on a
But
year's
he didn't do
probation.
nothing
Stop
wrong.
hating.
He's on
The
Wait,
probation, but he
I
didn't do
thought
WBC
they
nothing
said
still
they
wrong.
was having
changing
the
Make
their
that make
fight.
sense?
rules.
He's
Yeah,
still
but he's on
fighting, but
probation.
he's on a year probation.
But he didn't do nothing wrong. So that's what I'm telling you. It's just weird, bro. I'm
No,
just telling you,
no,
I mean,
it's
the
you
confusing.
should be glad.
WBC changed their rules
Why
now. They
won't you
say
be?
they got
Why don't
zero
y'all be mad
zero
that he's on
tolerance right
probation?
now.
If you feel like he got caught for cheating and he was under the limit, so hey,
I
now we're
don't
gonna
know he
test you
got
more.
caught.
You're
I
on
did. Yeah, yeah,
probationary period. Hold on, bro.
yeah.
God
Go
damn.
ahead. Go ahead.
God damn. If he's on a probationary period, now he must. They should put him on more testing now. And now if he does pops again, we know he's cheating for sure now. But right now, it's supposed to be contamination. So that's what we should go for. Don't be over here saying he does a drug cheat. That's just you're running dude's name through the mud. And I didn't like that they brought it out too early because now look, everybody he's saying he's a cheater, and he probably wasn't. He probably took some stupid supplement, a fat burner, or anything, and boom, now you pop.
But you responsible for what you put in your body, though.
Hey,
You
Jab
could be
Queen,
responsible because it could be on that list and they can still pop. You don't
hey,
know what
Jab,
happened because they didn't give you the information on what did he pop with. They didn't
Ostarine.
say.
They said it was Ostarine.
I'm talking about
Yeah, they
no
said
the
it was
substance they said they gave to him to say he popped. So you don't know. Like it could have been anything.
hey, y'all, let me say something that Blaze said. That's just I got to correct this because it means everything. The sanctioning body charges you off your purse. Bud knew exactly what he had to pay WBC before he stepped in the fucking ring. The only reason why you got the fight, he didn't have the WBC belt. Canelo did. They sanctioned the fight. That's why Mauricio Suleiman said you didn't even say thank you. They didn't have to sanction that fight for a fucking fighter that came up 2 weight classes. They could have made somebody else who was #1 in the WBC fight Canelo. They allowed that to happen. That's the part y'all missing. Bud knew exactly what he had to pay. They charge you off your purse, not the back end. That's why Mauricio said we wouldn't charge you 50 million because the only time you will get paid that much is from doing pay-per-views. Well, they're not going to take your money from your back end. They're going to take it from your purse. Your purse is decided before you step in the ring.
They got back in. I thought that was from his guarantee. I thought he had 50 million guaranteed.
What I'm
He got
saying,
paid.
no, what I'm saying
No,
is
he's saying if you
Netflix.
got back in. He's not saying that he did. He's just saying
No,
if they did.
Jab Queen. What I'm trying to get them to understand, the Netflix deal is different than the purse that they are getting from the promotional companies putting the fight on. Like if you with Prime, right, Jab Queen, that's the network. But PBC is paying Gervonta the guarantee. You understand what I'm saying? Whatever they make from Prime is the back end deal. That's the deal with Prime. That's not his guaranteed purse that he is receiving from PBC.
I
So
understand when you that part
you
you
see what I'm
said, but
saying?
how Mauricio Suleiman didn't know how much he made then?
Because
What
they're
I'm saying?
lying on how much they're getting paid. That's
Thank you,
why.
Dodger. I was
That's
about to
that's
get
what
to
that's
that.
what
I was about to get to that part, but that part don't even matter. Frequent. I hate when you try to take me off a point. It doesn't matter if Mauricio knows how much Bud got. He don't. He not supposed to know that because when
so
he
how
gets
he know how
paid,
much he owe?
frequent.
How
Can
much
I
he know
talk,
3%
bro?
of
Can
it
I
is?
talk, bro? You don't even know the information, but you about to talk over me. You don't even know what you're talking about. It don't matter if what Mauricio thinks Bud got, because what Bud gets after that has nothing to do with Mauricio. That's why he don't know. Bud knew when he stepped in the ring, whoever wins this fight, this is what you have to pay the sanctioning bodies, fam. They are the
But
people,
Dean,
Jab Queen, hold on. They are the people, Jab Queen, that sanction the fight. Do y'all know what sanction means? Sanction means that the fight don't happen unless the WBC say it's okay. And you have to say, I agree to taking this percentage of that fight. And
but
what they
Dean,
I can
Suleiman
tell
instructed,
the
literally
people
hold
not
said
on,
he
thinking
don't
hold
know
about.
how
on.
much he
Hold
Y'all
made.
keep
on,
saying
hold on, bro. Hold
Hey,
Dean,
on,
yo, one
Dean,
at
Blaze.
a
Dean
Suleiman
time.
just
I'm
literally
gonna
said,
mute
don't.
everybody. Let the
Can
man
I
finish
slide
what
in
he's
there? Can
saying,
I
and then
come
we
after
gonna
Literally
him?
learn
don't
something.
know the information. And I'm trying to educate niggas, but they don't know. Y'all just talked and y'all didn't know.
After
You
Dean,
good?
we
I
gonna
ain't get
let
to talk.
Tucson go. Be quiet, frequent.
This is why I get frustrated when I'm trying to give y'all real information. Bud Crawford and Canelo Alvarez agreed to a guaranteed purse. Whatever they did, Jab Queen, with the deal with Netflix is secondary, exactly like Prime or DAZN or anybody like that, Jab Queen. But the promotional company is the one that gives you the purse. That's why they'll say Eddie put on the fight. Eddie send the offer. I'll send the offer. Oscar send the offer. You pay the sanctioning bodies out of the initial thing, Jab Queen. But your business after that has nothing to do with them. What Mauricio was talking about, Jab Queen, is he knew that they would make a large amount of money. So knowing that I'm not going to charge you when I already know that this fight is going to do what? You're going to make over $10 million for this fight easily. I don't have to know what Bud got to know that fight will project that. So what we'll do there, Queen, when we know it'll be a fight that you'll garnish a lot of money, we're going to charge you an even lesser percentage than we already do. That's why Mauricio was saying you didn't say thank you, because they don't have to do that, Jam Queen. They can charge you the 3%. They don't do that when you a Gervonta, a Canelo, because of the amount of money you made in totality of the fight. So they understand that part of it. That's the part that everybody is not understanding when it comes to this. Bud knew what he had. Think about it, Jan Queen. Then how he pay all the other sanctioning bodies? How he know what he had to pay everybody else? I'll land
What
there.
you said didn't make no
But he
sense,
said they
bro.
wanted
But go ahead.
more. They wanted more. He
Hold on,
said they
because
wanted
I
more
want to
than the
also
other
make
sanctioning
another point,
bodies.
right?
The
He also
WBC
said that
charges more.
can y'all
I'm
hear me?
sorry,
Bro,
Jan
you
And he
Queen.
landed
also
already.
said that he
Let the
paid.
queen talk.
The problem with that I'm having mainly with the whole situation is he said they let me pay what I work something out with them. The fees are the fees, my nigga. You can't just pay them whatever you want to pay them. And he already reduced your shit from 6%, what was it, 3% down to 0.6%. So he
But
already gave you a reduced
Mauricio,
amount.
but Mauricio admitted that he don't know how much Bud made. So he admitted that he don't know the purse that he's trying to put a percentage on. That's why it's hard for me to.
And
He
exactly.
reduced it
That's my
anyway. It
favorite
doesn't
subject.
matter.
It do matter because we got
Thank
to
you,
Hold
know
on,
Jan
how much
hold
he
Queen.
on,
was
Blaze.
fair that he's supposed to pay.
But yeah,
They
that's what
already
I'm
said
saying.
it,
People,
Blaze.
what
That's
people
why he
saying that
said, since we don't know that, Blaze, we are only going to charge you 0.6%, Blaze. That's why they
Dean,
said
but
that.
you're not
Of
using
what
your brain,
though?
bro. You're not thinking,
0.6% of
Dean.
50
I'm
million.
not
And he
using
said,
my
we don't know
brain,
if you
but
got
y'all
50.
niggas don't
He
even know
said,
the
we don't
fucking
Hold,
know.
hold,
rules.
hold
No,
on,
but
Blaze. Let me
Dino,
say this, Blaze. You've been talking for a minute. Hold on.
go ahead. Go ahead. Do your
You're
thing.
not thinking about it, Dean, because Mauricio Suleiman came out with a specific number. How could he come out with a specific number
He
as a
didn't come out with a
percentage when
specific
he
number. He
don't
came
even
with a
know what the man
percentage. He
made?
came
That's
up
what
with a
he's
Okay,
saying.
percentage.
so
That's
Freako,
what
we're
he's
moving
saying,
on.
bro.
We're
You
moving
don't
on. Go ahead,
But
2
but
cent. Go
but
ahead.
but
Go
Dean,
ahead,
he
let
did
Jan Queen,
both.
let 2 Cent go.
No,
No, because
no,
y'all don't
let
even.
2 cent go
He
because
could have just kept it at
y'all
3%,
not
Jan Queen. That's the part they missing. He never had
exactly,
to even
exactly,
negotiate nothing else, Jan Queen. Go
But
ahead,
he
2
came
Cent.
with a
exactly.
specific number, Dean.
Because he was
Go ahead,
looking
2
out
cent.
for him. He didn't have.
Go
You
ahead,
know
2
what? I'm
cent.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, 2 cent.
Lord, go ahead.
Would y'all say the judicial system is corrupt?
Yes.
Absolutely. I work in the judicial system.
Absolutely.
Does that mean you get to break the law?
Some people be breaking the
Some
law.
people do
What
break
you
the
mean?
law.
Even prosecutors break the
But if
law.
you
What you
get
talking about?
arrested,
Have you ever heard of a Brady
but
violation?
but if you
No,
if you
hold
get
on. Hold on. 1 second, 2 cent.
Please.
1 second. The question is very simple, bro. Stop acting like it has to be very complex. The question was, do people, or does that mean you're allowed to break those? The answer is no, God damn it. Come on, y'all know this already. Stop playing semantics.
I
so
told y'all
I'm
they think
just
Bud Jesus.
Bud been boxing his whole entire career. This is the end of his career. I'm pretty sure he knows how the fees and all of that shit work. Now, does
Yes.
Bud have a point about it being corrupt and where the money going and all of that shit? He absolutely does. But Dean
Mm-hmm.
just made a good point, which I didn't think about. The WBC didn't have to sanction that fight.
Nope.
And if for sanctioning that fight, even if they doing it because hell yeah, I'm gonna sanction this fight because I'm about to get these fees. Even if that's why they did it, you know the rules, you know how it go, you know you gotta pay the fees.
They
So if
sanctioned
somebody
it.
if somebody calls you out on it, you don't get to come out and be like, hey, paying you shit. And what y'all doing with the money anyway? And this all correct. Like, we get it. We all know that. But you still got to pay the fees because those are the rules. I kept telling y'all how political the belts were. Now it's time to fucking politic. I allowed this fight. You owe me the sanctioning fees. That's how
Simple
the
as that.
shit works. Like, I don't understand what the problem is. If he don't
It's
want to
because
pay
it's
him, then
Bud.
fine. But we not gonna act like this nigga is a Black Panther when he really COINTELPRO. Because if you pay attention, today is the day that they had the hearing for the change in the Ali Act. And if you be on Twitter and you watch all the videos coming up now with the WWE president talking about it, they're using those same talking points that Bud said in his video. Why I gotta pay for a trophy? Why they want to charge me this? And the WBC, he said the WBC name like 1,000 fucking times.
What's
Like,
up,
y'all gotta
Lee?
be able to recognize manipulation and propaganda when you see it. Now
And they
nobody
probably
is
didn't pick up. on the video, in the video where Bud said, I hope y'all get this done, Turkey. Did you hear him when he said that in the video too, Sam?
Yeah, and I'm like,
He said,
y'all
I
keep
can't wait
saying
till
it. He
y'all
talking
get this
about,
done.
oh, the ring belt, the only one matters.
Yup,
Listen,
yup.
once this Zuffa boxing shit go through, y'all not gonna be getting no $50 million paydays. Y'all not gonna get that. While
And
Bud
that's
is
why I
sitting here
tell
putting a
y'all,
while Bud is sitting here putting a battery pack in everybody's back. What's happening right now is y'all watching boxing go from coke to crack.
but
When
but
niggas
but
start
that's why
cooking
I
up
tell
crack,
y'all.
everybody in the
Oh,
hood.
hold on, let her
Hold
finish,
on, let me
bro.
finish.
Yep. Go ahead. Go
Everybody in the
ahead. Go
hood
ahead.
was everybody in this hood was making money. Everybody had the jewelry. Everybody had the fancy cars. It was the thing to do. 5, 10 years down the line, that shit looked tore up. It was a fucking wasteland. Everybody crackheads now, crack babies, all kind of shit going around. That's the same thing that's happening in boxing because y'all want people to be and these fighters to be controlled so bad that y'all think that these things these people are promising y'all. And when you listen to them talk, they just repeating shit that niggas say on YouTube. It's like y'all don't even know what y'all talking about for real.
And two
You
set.
can't
But
you
that's
can't
why I
go in
tell
the you
you.
can't go and accuse the sanctioning bodies of being corrupt, even though we all think that. You have to prove that. You
And
have
two
to prove
set.
that. You don't get to
But
change legislation based off
Well,
of
hold
what
on,
you
let her
think,
finish, bro.
based off of
yep.
shit you hearing on the internet because you pandering to boxing fans. When in reality, everything that they're promising you, it will be the complete opposite. It will be the complete opposite. Y'all want more best fight the best. You're going to get less fighting the best. That's what's going to end up happening because it's going to be more sides of the streets. It's going to be gated communities. You ain't going to even be able to get in. It's going to be a bunch of UBO organizations everywhere. We'll never get the fights we want to see because this person with this UBO, this person with this UBO, this person under this slave lifetime contract, even when they lead an organization, they still own their likeness. The same thing that's going on with UFC. And the same court that they had the hearing in for the Zuffa shit, right after that, Dana White got a hearing for his antitrust lawsuit. And these are the people that you trusting with boxing. A nigga that been sued for $400 million, that has an antitrust lawsuit, and is being investigated under federal investigation for fixing fights. Like, what are we talking about?
I
I
mean,
don't understand.
And that's what I'm saying. This
that's all
issue's
speculation
polarizing
now.
because just like I tell y'all, I
How
don't
is
take
being
Bud's
under
side
federal
either.
investigation and having a lawsuit speculation frequent?
I'm not saying all of that you said. I'm saying the other stuff that you're saying about
You're fucking
we're not
done
going to
because that
see the
don't even
best
make no
fight in the
damn
best.
sense. Moving
But
on.
this is what I'm telling you. This is a polarizing issue because it's like, although I'm a Bud fan, it's like I'm not a mouthpiece for Ring or Turkey. So that's why I tell you, I don't know to have a position on it. I don't know Suleiman's side in the WBC no more than I know Bud's side because I'm looking at two institutions bang it out with each other. You see what I'm saying? That's the whole
There
point I'm
ain't
making. But it's
no
like if
side.
you
What I'm
don't,
trying to
if
tell
you,
you, Blaze,
it is because you're talking about Bud
Blaze, he
stiff in the
agreed to it
WBC. That's a
before he took
side.
the fight, Blaze. You're making a backwards
I
argument. You're trying to
don't
act
know
like
that
Bud
Hey,
though.
didn't know what he
What I'm
Yeah,
had to
telling
y'all
you,
gonna
though,
keep
hey,
do.
but
going
Dean,
hey,
back and
though,
hey,
forth
but
all
hey,
Dean,
day
that's the
long
hey,
point I'm
about
hey,
trying
y'all
to tell
skipping
you,
hold
topics.
on.
Dean.
Y'all keep saying the same thing
Listen.
over and over
They
again.
Dean,
sanctioned
you
that
know more
fight.
than I do on
Listen,
Y'all
this.
putting the
I
wrong
don't
they
know
people
that
in
sanctioned
he
that
agreed
tonight.
to
fight because
pay
they
and didn't
thought
Y'all
pay.
Canelo
don't
was
know.
going to
Can I
win.
talk? Can I talk
Let's
since
keep
y'all
it a
Y'all,
don't
stack.
know it? Because I hate when
both of
people
y'all
say they
talked
don't know
already, bro.
something. But hold on, you don't know either. Bud
How
knew
you know?
prior.
You ain't get to
Can
hear
I
me
finish?
say
Can I
nothing
finish?
yet.
Can I finish? You was just talking. Now you're lying again. You was literally just talking.
How? I got
When
thrown
Bud
in the
signs,
back in the
when
middle of what I
Bud
was
signs
saying,
the
bro. I never
contract,
get to finish
Jazz Queen,
talking.
I'm talking to Jazz Queen. This ain't even my show. Jazz Queen,
Okay, then. You don't know what I said because
When
I
Bud,
ain't get to say it.
I got you. I hear you. That's what's up. When Jazz
Frequent,
Queen, when
please.
Bud signed the contract to fight Canelo Alvarez, he knew what the sanctioning fees and all that was when he agreed to the contract. No different, Jab Queen, than if you fight for the IBF, you know you gotta fight for a 10-pound rehydration clause. All of this stuff is figured out. Jab Queen, it's the same reason why Bud knew he would have to fight Jerron Ennis if he won the fight. They talked to you about all of this stuff before the undisputed fight. They don't figure shit out after the fight, Jab Queen. They figure all the particulars out before the fight, Jab Queen.
Bro, you don't
Especially,
listen well. Bud
I'm
said he
talking to Jab Queen. I'm talking to Jab Queen. I wasn't even talking to you. I swear I was talking to Jab Queen. Jab Queen, when you have a fight of undisputed, these guys want you to believe that Bud finds out what the WBC wants afterwards. Bud was well aware of whatever percentage he was going to have to pay the WBC, no matter what they got paid or whatever, well before the fight, just like he was well aware of him having to fight Jerron Ennis prior and will get stripped by the IBF if he didn't go into immediate negotiations with that fighter. They cannot try to
Well, we know
negotiate
that
things with you
because
later.
we know
Because
that
Jazz
because
Queen, they
in the
have to
video
sanction
he
the fight.
said in the video he said I've been stripped by the IBF before, so it don't matter. So clearly he knows how the rules and regulations go. And to Two Cents' point, he been boxing for how long? He know the fucking rules of the regulations, and he knows the sanctioning fees. You got to pay to play. That's in any goddamn business. You got to
Simple
pay
as
to
that.
play, bro.
You know, and I'm gonna tell you what. They sanctioned this fight because they thought Canelo was gonna whip his ass, and they were sadly
It
mistaken.
don't matter why they sanctioned the fight.
That's what I'm gonna tell you that. I'm gonna tell you that. I'm gonna
They
tell you
sanctioned the
that.
fight to get some
They
money. That's
know
what they
that
did it
Canelo was
for.
gonna win.
It doesn't
Get off
matter
the
Why don't you
why
Johnson,
play
they
it
bro.
on the
sanctioned the
screen
fight.
though, Queen?
Okay, so it doesn't
Let
matter
her
why
talk.
they sanctioned the fight. The bottom line is they sanctioned the shit. The fight happened. That's the bottom line. I sanctioned the
Thank
shit.
you.
The shit happened. Pay me my money. That's it.
But Bud said he paid them, but they was the only ones wasn't happy with
No,
what he
he
gave them.
said
That's what he
no.
said. He
Because
literally
you
said
don't get
that in
to
the
give me
video.
what you want. You don't get to give me what you want, nigga. But like I told Mr.
But
Gray
y'all said
earlier,
y'all act,
you
but he
act like
acting
you're
like he ain't pay him at.
Can you let her talk?
So
Bro, the
here's the
WBC
thing.
charges more. You left that
So here's
out,
the
frequent.
thing,
Go
right?
ahead, Jazz Queen.
It doesn't really matter. Like I told Mr. Greg earlier, you try giving your landlord whatever the fuck you want to pay him. See, don't your ass be out on the street. Nigga, the price is the price. And they reduced it for his black ass. What more do he want? They
A
didn't charge
double
him for 3%.
reduction.
Like, come on. Yeah, I
Have you
don't
ever
know.
heard Canelo
So y'all
Alvarez
just
complain
think
about it,
Bud
Jazz
lying
Queen? And
then,
he
huh?
make more money than. Well, see, why are we arguing, Jazz Queen, about
This
something
nigga's
that we shouldn't even be arguing about? Have you ever heard Canelo Alvarez bitch about this? He makes way more money than Bud Crawford. Break out the fucking violins. I don't want to hear the shit. So what,
Bud
nigga?
Crawford came out and said that was cap. He said that there wasn't no agreement. That's what Bud said.
It
So
wasn't
Bud
no
lying.
agreement with what?
He said it wasn't
Yes,
no
he's
agreement
lying.
on how much that they was going to pay him. Because
All right.
Suleiman said it was 300 and something thousand, and he said
Bruh, Bud owe him
255K was
money,
going
bro.
to
I don't
so
give a
and
damn
so.
how much it
But
is.
Bud
He
said it
owe him
wasn't.
money.
But Bud said, hold on, Queen. But Bud said it wasn't no
That's why I let
agreement
this
when
nigga on my platform.
Suleiman said it was.
So they
So is
yeah,
Bud
and he
lying?
the one that sanctioned the fight. Yes, he's the one lying because Suleiman's the one that gives the okay to sanction the fight because Bud
So,
Crawford did
Frequent, let
not
me
have a
ask you a
WBC
question.
Why
belt,
nobody else
nigga,
ain't
Hold
strip
on.
him
Let me
then?
ask you a question.
because he
Frequent,
paid
right?
him.
And I want you to answer this logically, right? Do you think for 1 second an organization like the WBC is going to sanction a fight and not know exactly how much money they're supposed to get from that fight? A person who's been in
Yeah.
business, an organization who's been in business since the goddamn 60s, do you think that they're going to sanction a fight and not know exactly how much they're getting out of that fight?
Suleiman
I
admitted on
asked you
video
a
that he didn't know.
question. I asked
He
you
said
a
he
question.
didn't know. So I guess the answer is no. Yes.
No, he said he didn't know. You're lying. He said he didn't know how much Bud get. He didn't say he didn't know
Exactly.
how
So
much
if
they
you
was
don't know how
expecting.
much you're
But
getting
he
a
knows how
percentage
much
off,
his
how you
fees.
got an exact number? How is that going past you, bro? You must have been on a short
What?
bus or something.
Oh
How
my
can you
God.
Frequent?
come up
No,
with a?
nigga, you
How
are
can you
on the
come up
short
with
bus.
it?
Nigga, you are on the.
I got a lot to say. What's up, though, everyone? I'm gonna say that first and foremost. I'm gonna just say what's up. But I gotta dive right into it. You know, I see Mauricio, you know, got a lot to say about me not paying him $300,000 plus another $100K something for sanction fees, right? Then he gonna tell me I ain't even to apologize. Like, who the fuck you think I am? Boy, you better slap your fucking self. Ain't paying your ass shit. Fuck you talking about pay you $300,000. What makes you so motherfucking better than any of the other sanctioned bodies? Huh? Answer that question. What makes you better than the WBO, the IBF, or the WBA? Everybody accepted what I was giving them. But you, the WBC, think that you better than everybody, don't you? So since you, the WBC, and you got the fucking green belt, which don't mean fucking shit. The fucking real belt is the ring belt, which is free motherfucker. What are you talking about? You want me to pay you more than the other sanctioned bodies because you feel like you better than them. How in the world all the sanctioned bodies agreed to the same amount, but you sit your motherfucking ass up there and say that I need to apologize to you? The fuck? You can take the fucking belt. It's a trophy anyway. The fuck am I paying you every time I step foot in? Gonna fucking wear down as the years pass. That don't even make sense. I'm the motherfucker that's putting my life on the line, not you. You ain't stepping your motherfucking ass in that ring. You or nobody else. You or nobody else. So why should I have to pay to carry your belt? You should be paying me. If you want to be truthful, you should be paying me. I don't see it irks my nerves how this dude gets on a plane, gets a hotel suite. Him and his buddies, they go out to dinner, 5-star meals, all that, you know, and guess who got to pay for it? Us fighters. We paying for y'all to come out here, have the time of y'all life, stay in the best hotels of y'all life, and it's all done on our dime. It's done on our dime. Do that sound right to y'all? It's crazy, ain't it? We the one out there getting battered, knocked upside our head, and every time we step foot in the ring, we gotta pay them a sanction fee like they the government. We getting taxed. It's crazy. Then he said, allegedly, I made X amount of money. You don't know how much I made. You don't know how much I made. Once again, you're speculating. You're speculating. So listen, Mauricio, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Because everybody in the world know you was going for Canelo. You was mad that I beat Canelo. It's okay.
Here go the victim card.
You know? But if you a real fan of the sport, you would have, you know, said congratulations instead of having that little smirk on your face, all mad and pouting. But listen though, you should have took the money, and you should have been thankful and grateful that I was rocking your belt around as your champion. As your champion, the WBC champion. The undisputed champion at that. But you want to make it about you. You want to
Canelo paid the fees.
say, oh, well, you stripping me. Like, I've been stripped before.
How I'm making it about me, nigga? You owe me money.
When I was at 147. Doesn't matter. I'm still considered
you heard that
undisputed champion.
Yes.
I'm still the champion in the division. Because you know why? The only belt that's recognizable as the champion is the ring belt, baby. That's the number one belt in the division. That trumps all belts. And guess what?
Fuck out of here.
It's free.
Fuck out of here, Tim.
It's free.
Wow.
How you love that?
Yeah, that's like $180. He's telling the truth, man. I don't understand why y'all.
So y'all don't know propaganda when y'all see it.
No, he really
What
telling
you
me.
mean?
It's the Bud Crawford
If he
era.
felt that way,
I
y'all.
don't
If
see
he
no
felt that
receipts on
way,
your
then
belt.
why I gotta pay a sanctions
Crazy.
fee? We
Y'all be
basically
having
get
so
taxed.
much
Why we gotta pay y'all? Then why
taxes
pay any
on these
sanctions
belts.
fee?
You got so. You
But
got
he said,
some
but he
nerve.
said
It's
they
crazy.
They could have just
that
took what he gave them, but they ain't want. They
No,
wanted
they
more.
sit up
the
there
WBC been charging more.
and
Well, they
have all
rejected
these
money.
belts
But that's not the
You
point. The
know,
point is not
Nigga,
trying
you
to. What
don't
the
he's
give me what you
WBC
want. You
silver,
give
the
me what I say the
WBA
fee is. What are
intern,
y'all talking about?
Yeah,
the
but
the
but they still
But
WBC
making
hey,
didn't
money
you know
though,
what's
charge
John.
more than the
crazy?
other three.
Hey,
And you
Jab
taxing
Queen.
these
Hey, Jab
fighters
Queen.
every time they
the
fight,
point, the point.
and you claim that
I
you for these
guarantee your
fighters.
landlord gonna
You're not
take
for
if
these
you
fighters.
owe your landlord 2,000 and you come with
You
a
probably
thousand,
worse than the
he gonna take
promoters.
that and then ask for the other 1,000.
But hey, I wish you the best. You know, I wish you the best. You and your company. You know, Turkey. I hope y'all get that done, man. I hope y'all get that done. So
Can I say something before they go crazy?
You always want to say something.
No.
Like you
Why?
always
I
want to
never
say
get to
something
say
first.
nothing. All y'all always
Think you
talking. As
gonna
soon as I
lie?
talk, you throw me in the back.
What's good, everybody? How you doing, Queen? I'm doing good. Living a dream, most definitely. Most definitely living a dream. Um, I want to say this. I understand that y'all, everybody has a right to agree and disagree when they feel like that, and everybody has a right to speak their opinion. But I'm not going to sit here and crap on somebody's opinion on how they feel about a certain situation because it is subjective. And when Bud sits there and just like everybody says, it is allegedly you you assume I got 50 million, which is correct until until the money comes out and it's shown that I made this much. He can't just do that. Yes, he says, yeah, he can say that he dropped it down to 0.6%. Okay, that's fine and dandy. Oh, thank you. But that's not what I'm going to give you until I know exactly what I'm getting. And if he's still waiting to find out, I don't know what the situation is. Nobody knows what the situation is. What we do know is that he just came out there and said what he said. Solomon came out there and said what he said, and that right now it's just a matter of figuring out what the what the price is. I mean, how much did he make? And then he has a decision: does he want to pay it or not? But just like other fighters have before, like Larry Holmes, he took the belt, and even Solomon said the same thing. He took the belt and threw it in the trash because he didn't care.
That was Riddick Bowe.
That was
Okay,
really
well,
go.
I thought that was Larry. Okay, anyways, put my apologies. I thought Larry Holmes did it. But
No, we
check this out.
understand that. Go ahead.
I understand it. I understand it. But my point is this: is that you can't. If he has a right to say, I don't want to hold on to that belt no more. I don't want to pay the fees. That's why they snatched the belt
Blue
from him.
Hustle Man, that's not the argument though, bro. We never said he don't got a right for that. What we said is that he don't got a right to act like he don't know what the fuck it was prior to that. The WBC has always charged more than the WBA, the WBO, and the IBF.
Can
He
I
had a
ask you a
problem.
question, though,
I
Hustle
don't
Man?
think.
Bro, goddamn, I just got a sentence off, bro. I wasn't even talking to you. That's why I don't let this nigga on my platform. The IBF, he had a problem with the IBF too, Blue Hustle Man. He was talking the
Yeah,
same shit about the IBF just a year and a half ago. It's every time he don't get his way, he got a problem with it. Bud Crawford has been boxing for 20 years. He know how much the fucking IBF, the WBC, and all on one. And Blue Hustle Man, I know you know that all of that stuff was ironed out in the contract prior to them because the WBC has to sanction the fight. The reason
yeah,
he
that's what I
said
was
that
getting ready to
he
say.
because Blue Hustleman, he said that they need to thank him. No, nigga, you need to thank them. They didn't have to let you come up from two different weight classes and challenge Canelo. You wasn't the WBC fucking champ. Canelo was. Blue Hustleman, have you ever heard Canelo bitch and complain about the fees and he make more money than Bud? Then why I'ma feel bad
Yeah,
for Bud,
yeah,
Blue Hustle
no,
Man?
no,
That's all
no.
I'm saying,
Look.
gang.
That no, I understand. I understand that, but that's not my. I'm not going to argue about that part right there. You know what I'm saying? That's between him and the sanctioning
And
body that he's arguing
Mauricio,
for.
yeah.
Yeah. So what I'm going to say is this. I mean, we do have a right to sit here and okay. Yep.
Oh, hell no.
But how do we know? But how do we know?
Dang, when I get to go? When I get to go, though, Queen?
Um. Yeah. Um. It's just I kind of lost my train of thought, but it's all good. I'm just saying this is that let's just I'm not going to argue that point. You know what I mean? What I want to say is this is that being a fighter, you might feel some kind of way. You know, just like he said, he did bring up a valid point. He said, look, man, the Ring magazine, the Ring belt is worth 180 million. You want to charge me 300? I mean, I apologize, 180,000. That's all I was trying to say. But you want to charge me this? So he's arguing his point because he feels some kind of way. And I'm not here to argue that point, but I don't mind sitting and observing and see what happens. But you know, that's all I can say on that. I mean, I mean, y'all have a right to feel how y'all feel too. So it is what it is. I'm not gonna
Well,
sit
listen,
here and
man,
say
my
no,
only
but this
thing is
person right.
when Gervonta was saying the same shit, niggas was killing him. When Gervonta was
Devontae
saying the
ain't say
same
that,
shit,
man.
I'm talking to Blue Hustle. I mean, Gervonta did say fuck them belts and fuck them sanctioning fees. I'm not paying them. And he was talking about Mauricio Suleiman and them specifically when he was talking about it. But whatever.
No,
Gervonta
I
been
can dig it.
saying
That's
that.
what I'm
Whatever.
saying. But that's why I said the fighters do have a right to, you know, because they're the ones that's really getting in there doing what they got to do. So it's really up to them to sit there and speak their piece. And just look at it like this. Maybe this is the first time that, you know, maybe somebody's speaking up because it isn't right. You see what I'm saying? So therefore, I'm not going to argue that, and maybe that's a good thing. You see what I'm saying? That maybe he could be the first person to set it
Blue
off.
Hustle,
You
man,
see
he
what I'm
not the
saying?
first person. He
Blue
not the
House man,
No,
he's
first
no,
not
no,
the
no, no,
first
no.
person.
person.
I'm
Who's the
not
first
saying.
person,
Listen,
baby?
listen. What I'm saying. I'm not saying specifically. I'm talking about the first person to really put his foot down and say, "Look, this is what it is," and bring it to the light. That's what I meant to say. So that's all I'm saying. Like he's bringing it to the light to where people are actually seeing it because of his status, and it makes it a lot easier for people to open their eyes up to it and voice their opinion. Because look, it's working.
But
That's
Blue
not
Hustle, man,
true,
they
baby.
asked.
That's not
Can I
true.
say something? Can I say something?
Go ahead, Susan.
This is the thing, right? Open their eyes to what? Like you didn't pay a sanctioning fee. We already been talking about the sanctioning bodies, where the money going. He ain't opening nobody eyes to that. That's already been a topic of discussion. And if the WBC doesn't know how much Bud made, it's because he's not telling them. So if I say this is your fee and you're like, nah, you're gonna take whatever I give you. Nigga, no, that's not how this works. You don't get to not tell me how much you made and then pay me whatever you want to pay me when I already have rules for the fees. Like I don't understand why y'all think that. And just because you feel like an organization is corrupt, I mean you can not go by the rules if you want to, but you just gotta deal with whatever come with that. So if I don't know how much you really made, it's because you didn't tell me and you're telling me I'm not gonna tell you how much I made, just take whatever I want to give you.
But two cents, just like you just said, if he chooses to do that, he has the right to do that, right? That's what he has
Yeah,
done.
he do. Yeah, he do.
And they
My
have the
point
right
I'm
to
trying to
strip it.
make is we're not gonna come out and act like you're being some type of revolutionary or something, as if you the first person to ever step out and do. No, other people have done this. That's my issue with this. When other people do it, they doing it to duck competition. When Bud do it, he Black Panther on his revolutionary shit. No.
No, hold on. Who's put the jacket on with Black Panther
That's two cent just being
vibes?
2 cent. Moving on. Boxing hacker, what you got, baby?
Yo, what's up, Jab Queen? What's up, panel?
What's going
I'll
on?
say this. I'll put this out there, right? Bud Crawford said he never agreed with WBC about anything. So at the end of the day, he didn't make an agreement with them to pay them whatever they're asking. So he has the right. I mean, I don't know what the
You
big deal is.
definitely made an agreement with them when you fought for their belt, boxing hacker.
If he made an agreement with them, they could sue him, right? But they're not doing that, right? See how that works? If there's agreement on the table, then yeah, you can take me to court. But they're not. They obviously
That
can't.
doesn't mean it's not an agreement because they're not taking him to court, boxing hacker.
Right, but they could.
They could, but that
They
doesn't mean
could,
it
right?
wasn't an
But
agreement.
they're not. But that's not even in question, right? And
We don't know
Prophecy
that. It's
knows
still
that.
developing. All we know is that right now, Bud Crawford is crashing the fuck out because he don't want to pay his
Well,
damn fees.
I mean, he
Fees
has
that
a
he's
right
known
to.
about since he's been in boxing, as Tucson and Dean both pointed out. He's been in boxing for years. This is not his first rodeo, and this is not the first time that he has been stripped. As you just heard him out of his own mouth say, he was stripped at 147, so he knows how this goes.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay?
and it's okay. Like, there's not. I don't know why people even defend the WBC. Does so much corrupt shit every day. They create belts all the time. They create franchise belts and messed up divisions. Like, who cares?
That doesn't mean that you don't get to. You have to follow the rules, boxing hacker.
And there ain't no
The
rule. Like,
judicial
there is no
system is
agree. If me and
corrupt.
you don't have an agreement, then I don't have to do nothing. Yeah, if we're in
Nigga, when you
agreement, sue
fought for
me.
my belt, you agreed. That's the agreement when you
Then
fought for
sue
my
me.
belt.
Then sue me. You couldn't sue me. You couldn't sue anybody else. Why? Because there was no agreement.
It's one major
Like,
thing
what
that's
are we
going
talking
over
about?
all of y'all
There was
head
no
though.
agreement, and
Y'all
that's
keep
what he's
ignoring
standing
it.
on. If there's an agreement, then let them sue him then. You know, like at the end of Crawford said he never agreed with them for nothing. So And why do we care?
So then why is he on the internet complaining?
Because why are you asking me for it? Like
I
I
don't think he
already
was
told you.
Because what do you mean? Why
Right.
every fighter pays sanctioning fees, boxing hacker?
2 cents.
So he paid something, right? But they want more.
No, but
Boxer
listen
hacker,
though.
the same thing I said earlier. You don't get to just pay somebody what you feel like it. You don't get to pay your landlord what the fuck you feel like paying him.
That works both ways.
The sanctioning bodies are the sanctioning body fees.
Hey.
You have to pay the fees. You don't get to give me
Then-
whatever you feel
okay,
like you want to
okay.
give me.
Listen,
That's not
Taking
how
the
it
belt
works.
back. Listen, he won he's already. They take the belt from me. What, he become lineal? Okay, take it. That guy's about to retire. Who cares?
Hold on, no, Hacker, no.
WB. Hold on, my go frequent. It's a corrupt organization. Who cares? They're
Wasn't
so
it the
corrupt.
W?
They're so
Wasn't it the
corrupt.
W?
They're
Go
the
ahead, man.
same
Go ahead.
sanctioning body that literally raise the clambiero levels for only Mexicans. What are we talking about?
Why did they do that, boxing hacker?
Yo.
Why did they do that?
Yeah, why did they do that?
For only Mexicans? To them, they said, "Oh, because there's tainted meat in Mexico, right?"
Okay, there you go.
Does that make sense to you, 2 cents?
Hacker,
Yeah,
though,
it
listen,
does
though.
actually.
Oh my God.
Listen,
oh my
though,
God.
Hacker, let me ask you something, though. If Mauricio Suleiman is saying that he don't know how much Bud actually made, but he's saying that it's a percent, the sanctioning fee is a percentage on what he makes, and Bud is agreeing that he don't know how much he made, how the hell can you come up with a specific number off a number
So why Bud
that
won't
you
tell
don't
him
know
then?
what it is? This
So
is
why
this
Bud
going
won't
to
tell him?
over
Bud said.
everybody's head. I don't
Frequent.
understand how that's flying
Frequent.
past y'all.
Because hold on, hold on.
Frequent. Hold on, boxing hacker. Let me say this.
Finish what I'm
Let me
saying
say
to
this.
get it clear.
No, because you keep saying that frequent, and the point. No, because we've already answered that. If they don't know how much he made, is because he's not telling them.
Because
so if you're not telling me,
but think about that. Mauricio Suleiman has exact numbers. He said he owes him $300 and something $1,000. How can you know that if you don't know what percentage you're taking that from? Where did he pull that from?
Smart
he pulling
man.
that out
Smart man.
his rear
You can't
end?
get a percentage
Y'all don't
without knowing the
understand
number. Yes, exactly.
damn, y'all
That makes sense.
comprehension
I don't
level,
like
y'all
slow people
comprehension
when people
skills are
act slow
so
like that,
low,
man.
bro.
It's not comprehension, it's math.
It is
It's plain
comprehension.
math.
People,
Y'all not listening.
Y'all
How
don't
can you get a
listen.
percentage
going
out of a
crazy
number
on
you
me,
don't
and
know?
and this man don't even know how much he made, but he's trying to tax him off a percentage of he don't know what it is.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
It don't make no
it's
sense,
silly.
y'all. Come on.
Anyway, I want to say
And
one thing
Dean
about
doing
this
all
whole
that
Ali Act
arguing
thing.
and stuff about it, and that's why I say I don't know, man. It just make you think about how is he thinking about it. That's why I was asking him that.
I think Bud's
Are you
is right,
thinking
and that's
about
why
what
he's
he
doing what
said?
he's doing. Because, like I said, if not, Mauricio could push the bar, right? But he's
Bud
not
is not
doing
the
that.
only fighter to not pay sanctioning fees.
But how
I
he
never
gonna
said
pay
he
the
was.
sanctioning
I
fees if
never
the
said he
numbers
was.
didn't come
That's a
in
fact.
yet,
He's
though,
well on
Queen?
his way to
I want to
You
ask
don't know
something.
what percentage
Was it
he's
the
taking
WBC?
off of.
Was it the WBC that allowed Canelo to give him a special belt? Am I
Yes.
right or wrong?
Yeah, the
Okay, so look,
franchise.
now everybody cried and I won't even say cried. People complained about that and said, "Man, what are you doing? You just giving Canelo special privileges, right?" So they have the right to rewrite history and do whatever the hell they want to do because they're a sanctioning body, right?
No.
Well, other fighters get tired of that. They get tired and want to express themselves on anything could make them get upset. So Bud he's upset because he's like, look, you don't know how much money I'm getting. He's already made that clear in his statement. So we can go back and forth and say that we know that he knows and he's not telling them, or we can say this because it's all speculation right now. Or we can say basically this, that he doesn't know. You see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying to you is this. That's why I said what I said earlier. And when the man, whenever he finds out, they're going to pretty much find out too, because, or they should have found out. You know what I'm saying? Somehow it should be, aligned to where they should know how much he's actually getting, but they probably won't know until actually the numbers come out. So
So
I
how
can
can
see
he
where
The
come up
numbers
with
Bud,
an
don't come
actual
but
out.
hold on,
number?
let me
That's what
finish.
I'm
I can
saying.
see exactly. Hold on. I can see where Bud is upset because he's like, look, you don't even know how much it is, but you about to strip me and you're telling me how much I gotta pay, and I've already offered you this much. So that's my point. You see what I'm saying? And that's what I think some other people's points are too. But that's why I say it's subjective, and that's the reason why everybody's entitled to their opinion and they have a right to say what they're saying, because right now it's all speculation. We don't know exactly what we're not at the table with them while they're doing the contract or talking or negotiating.
But it's speculation on Suleiman's part too, because
Yeah.
Well,
Suleiman
no,
said
that's
in the
common sense.
video
No, no,
that
no.
he
Look,
don't know how much he
frequent,
made. He
frequent.
said
That's
he
common
think it's
sense that
over
it
50.
is. Yeah, that's common sense that it's
Yeah,
speculation.
so
That is
why?
common
So
sense.
how
Nobody can
nobody
dispute that.
cooking him though?
And
How
Suleiman's
everybody
creating
acting like Bud
confusion when he
need to
So
does
pay
that.
this man a number
here's
that
the
he
problem,
pulled out
right?
of nowhere?
Here's the problem, right?
Suleiman's creating
So if
confusion for
he did
that
not,
because
if
people
he
are
did,
parroting him.
hold on. So if he did not report how much he got paid, which is crazy to me because if don't nobody else know how much they're getting paid, trust and believe me, the sanctioning bodies know how much they are to be getting paid, right? So whatever the case may be, even when he says, "Oh, the other sanctioning bodies they took what I gave them," who the hell do you think you are? This is y'all acting like Bud is bigger than the fucking program. There
No,
is
he
a
said they agreed
sanctioning
on an
fee.
amount, Queen.
Yeah, on the same amount. He said they agreed on the same amount.
They
But
agreed on the same amount, and he also said they took what I gave them. Did y'all not hear that?
yeah, I just think that he was in his feelings when he said that. But I understand where you're coming from.
Okay,
Your
so now
point.
we're speculating and
No,
critiquing
no,
what he
like
said and what
that's
he
why I said
meant.
I'm not going to disagree with you, Jab. I'm
I
not
mean,
saying you're wrong.
let the
I'm
WBC
not
take
saying
his
you're
belt
wrong.
back. Who cares?
That's how I feel.
Silence. The bottom line is this: he is not bigger than the goddamn program. He didn't want to pay their fees. That is his right. It is also their right to strip his black ass. I
Yeah.
ain't crying for
Well,
no nigga who just made close to whatever sanctioning fees are 300K. You don't want to pay them, don't fucking pay them, but don't get mad when they strip your ass. This is not the first time he been stripped, and he said it out of his own damn mouth. So guess what? Oh well, good riddance. Who gives a damn anyway? He don't defend no goddamn belts. He don't stay in a weight class long enough to defend no damn belts. The nigga only fights once a year. Good riddance to bad rubbish, if you ask me. Moving on.
But
Hey,
he can't
that
just make up a
crazy
number
shit.
without knowing what the number
Oh,
is, though.
this nigga frequent flyer. I still forgot. Boxing outcome. What's good? Boxing outcome. What's up?
Oh,
Boxing.
boxing outcome.
What's up? Okay, go
You
fix
on
your
mute, my
Wi-Fi.
brother? You on mute?
Go fix your Wi-Fi, baby, and come back. I ain't got time. All right, we're gonna go around and do closing arguments. Band up. We're gonna start with you, baby. What you got on it? Is your quarter face of boxing or what? I mean, what's going on? Come on, is he
Oh,
facing? You heard him. You
I'm
heard
so
him.
glad you started with that. I'm so glad you started with that because I'm gonna start with this. It's the Bud Crawford era.
Oh, this
You
nigga here.
did.
Okay, your mic is
You
messing up. Your
did.
mic is messing up, Band up. It's a lot of bullshit
Yeah,
coming
you
out of
know what
your
I'm
mic.
saying?
We
That's
can't
what it
hear you.
is. Can't nobody mess with this guy in the ring. We know what that is,
Oh,
man.
please.
He
He
feel
need
how
to
he
comb his
feel.
nappy
He feel
ass
how he
beard.
feel. Shakur, like I said, Shakur, I think he thinks he of himself bigger than what he is. I'm excited for this fight this weekend. We had a good talk, and you know it's crazy. Frequent, I kind of agree with you a little bit,
Now you definitely getting booted. Okay. See you later.
a little bit. I feel Frequent. I feel where you're coming from in a sense. I do. I see all you guys' side. That's why I didn't really say too much with it. I see both points of perspective, but I kind of hear where he's coming from. But salute to Jab Queen. Salute to everybody that came up on the platform. Much love to
Salute to you,
everybody on
baby.
here. You know what I mean? Blaze, Seattle tapped in. OG Greg, 2 cents. You know what I mean? Frequent in. I don't know a boy with the B, but salute to everybody on the platform. Dig?
Boxing hacker.
Blue Hustle, man, fam. Blue Hustle.
Blue
Blue
Hustle Man.
Oh,
Hustle.
you talking about blue? Oh, okay.
Yeah, Blue Hustle Man. Oh, yeah, there you go. Cause yeah. All right, salute, my brother. Yes, sir.
All right,
Peace and
Band up.
blessings
Thanks
to
for
you, fam.
stopping by, baby. Blaze, pound for pound. What's up with it? Closing arguments.
Oh man, peace. Like I said, man, this situation with the WBC and Bud, there's too many question marks, man. And I'm peeping everybody arguing, and then it comes from pre-existing biases for whether you like Bud or not. So it'd be like, we don't got all the answers. We don't got all the exact facts. So it'd be like we don't know what's what up from down. And so for me, this probably be the last day I'll speak on it and go back and forth with it because it is what it is and it's done. And boxing's gonna move on because just like you said, Bud ain't bigger than the program, and Mauricio Suleiman ain't bigger than the program, and the WBC ain't bigger than the whole sport. But yeah, one
Mauricio
thing about it,
Sulaiman is the program,
this
baby. But go
this is
ahead.
eclipsing, this is eclipsing, Lamont Roach Jr., and Pitbull Cruz, and the outcome of that fight and the implications that it has for the sport of boxing. And then also, I look forward to seeing Fulton and Shockey and them guys get busy as well. It's
Mm-hmm.
unfortunate that Janet Beck popped dirty I really wanted to see how 160 was gonna shake out. But yeah, man,
Facts.
we got a great Saturday of boxing. You know, we got a whole bunch of controversies always. And then I just appreciate being able to come through and chop it up with the panel and chop it up with the
Oh, you
chat,
know
man. Y'all
that,
continue
Blaze.
to be great.
Always, baby. Always. Good night. Have a good night.
Yeah, man. Peace, everybody.
All right, please. Flyer,
So
you got 2 seconds.
dang, I got 2 seconds.
Up, time's up.
No, man, I think Mauricio Suleiman, is out of pocket, for
Oh,
coming up with an exact number with how much is allocated to this and that and what percentage it is and all of that. But then in the same video, he admit to not knowing exactly how much Bud got paid. So if you saying you don't know how much Bud got paid, how you know how much the percentage is going to be? Because you're supposed to be basing it or pulling it out of that number that he made. So I think that called bull crap right there with Mauricio Suleiman. I never liked the way that the WBC was moving. In history, we've seen the WBC move crazy, making it up as they go along. All these crazy things with Canelo showing bias, bending over backwards for him, allowing him to duck Jamal Charlo, and making up franchise belts to protect them and all of that stuff, and then changing the rules of the franchise belt. They just
Frequent.
gotta
Land the plane.
okay, they just got a crazy track record for being wishy-washy. And this is the icing on the cake for me. I think I stand with Bud on this. Bud is doing the right thing, man, because how you gonna come up with a number and you don't even know what the percentage is? I can't believe that people ain't zeroing in on that fact that he don't even having the exact number of where he's pulling his percentage out of, and he's trying to make it seem like he's doing Bud a favor by saying, yeah, I think he made over $50 million. So, we're not going to take 3% out of that because it'll be an astronomical number. So we're going 0.6%. 0.6% of what? You're speculating, son. You're speculating, bro. So,
Thank you so much, Flyer. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
oh, my last thing, I'm going to land my plane after this.
I'm going to shoot that bitch out the sky frequent.
I got to switch to the drone. But Shakur, I didn't get to speak on Shakur. That's what I was trying to
Oh, my
speak on the
God.
whole time. Shakur versus Teofimo Lopez. I think it's going to be an interesting fight if they stand in the middle of the ring and fight. I think it's going to be Shakur, edging it out. But I think if Shakur decide to try to walk Teo down, I think Teo is going to probably come out on top because I think Teo is a real slick fighter. He got talent that he's not really recognized for. I think he's underrated. I think people sleep on T.O.'s skills. I really think he got skills when he's on the back foot. Now his problem come when he get against
That
up
nigga
against a
cannot fight
boxer.
off the back foot. Get your raggedy ass
That's when he
on.
do his best.
Frequent.
That's when he do
Bye,
his best.
frequent. Bye, frequent. Have a good day. Thank you
All
so
right,
much for
salute to
stopping by.
everybody
We
on the
appreciate
panel.
you.
Yo, she
We
ain't gonna
just
let
love
me
you
talk.
so much.
But
Hurry
when
up,
you
man, with this shit. Cause you're talking nonsense, frequent.
all right, you making it look too convincing and everything. They gon' see right through this that you in the Hanos clan if you keep doing this, chill. But
Yeah. Anyway, boxing hacker, what's up?
Jab Queen, what's up? What's up? Hey, so I want to touch on one thing, right? Because I keep hearing people cry about the changes to the Ollie Reform Act,
Here we go.
Yeah, I don't know why people. I think what Dan White is doing is actually a good thing. I don't think it's a bad thing that they're changing it because all they're doing is adding to it. Like nobody's forced to go with the unified boxing business model. Nobody's forced to do that. Like if you don't like it, then you just stay where you are. But if you do like it, because there are some perks to it for fighters if you're in it. Like for instance, you get like health insurance. So there are perks to it. If you do like it, then maybe you move to that. So like this whole
Boxing hacker, where's the health insurance being paid from? Where's that money coming from?
right, it's a unified box. It becomes like more of an organization where the organization sort of like, how can I say, control, instead of having promoters being like your third party, the organization oversees everything. So now like all the money that's coming in, part of it will also go into like health insurance and stuff. So fighters will get things like health benefits from it versus like now. So like, and people keep crying about it, like, oh, it's destroying boxing, this and that, this and that. It's a terrible thing. But guess what? It's not by force. Nobody's forced to go with Dana. Like, Fighter A is not forced to go to Zuffa boxing. Nobody's forced to do it. Nobody's forced to change how boxing is. Like, if you like how boxing is now, you can just stay in this current organization. You can stay with the current sanctioning bodies. There's nothing wrong with that. All Dana did is create extra option for people, and it's gonna help fighters that, let's say, they're not on, like, let's say, the super top elite, right? This gonna help
And
the
you, with
middleman.
everything that we know about Dana White and his situation, being sued by UFC fighters, also just being now in this shakedown with the raid and everything else like that, you
Sure.
trust him to
Yeah.
make
So
these changes for boxers in the benefit of boxers? You trust him to do that?
I'll give you this, right? I'm gonna say this, right? Like,
That was a question.
people are getting sued. He's getting sued, right? Or however, like, you still
Boxing
gotta go
Hacker,
to
that was a
court.
question.
Yeah, even with that, yes, I still trust it. So
Uh-huh.
just to
You're an
answer your
idiot.
question.
Okay, come on, land that plane.
Yeah, I mean, I trust it. I don't see, at the end of the day, you gotta let it try, because right now boxing is corrupt. Yeah, we act like boxing is okay the way it is right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of corruption in the current sport. The sanctioning bodies, the promotional companies, there's so much corruption in it. So what's wrong? What do you got to lose to try something different? And not only that, you look at the people on top, it's only like the top, like, 3%. Well, everybody else is like starving artists. So if you're creating extra options that puts money in more people's pockets, what's the problem there? I see no problem. And like I said, people don't like it, you don't have to do it. I think what happens, people fantasize over the word Ali and the Ali Act, and like, you can't change that. That's a freedom fighter thing, but things get changed. It might be for the better. As far as this whole Crawford situation, I don't know what in the world's going on here. Like, people are here, like, acting like they're hurt that Crawford's not paying the WBC. I think that's just diabolical on its own. WBC has done so much wild shit. And like, Floyd Mayweather used to do the same thing. Floyd did it. Bo did it. So many people have done that before. Like, the WBC, like, makes these charges, right? And the money's supposed to go into things that you never see. Oh, like, if a fighter goes through a situation, the WBC helps them out. They're fighters that go through situations and they'll get no help. They're just homeless. Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah, that part I thought was a crock of shit too. I
Yeah.
I was like,
What the hell?
he pulled that out his ass. But that's
Yeah.
neither here nor there, Boxing Hacker.
That was
The bottom
only-
line is the sanctioning fees have been in place since the sanctioned bodies have been in place, and
Man,
it is prestige. You're paying for the prestige, and I think we all know that these are the rules, bro. You don't get to rewrite the rules.
Take your
the fighter
prestige.
that you like.
I won a Ray. He got that prestige. You can take it back. Like, who cares?
Okay, and so he did. That's what I'm saying. Just like Bud has the right not to pay, Mauricio has the right to strip his ass, which they did.
Yeah. Strip him, and then give it to somebody else. Like that would matter. Like, people are smarting up now. Like, people are smart. Like, a lot of fighters are gonna end up doing the same thing. You'll see. Bud has nothing to lose, because Bud, if he's not fighting 160, he's probably gonna retire.
The nigga's 167. Nobody cares. He's not a freedom fighter. He's being cheap. He doesn't want to pay. Okay, cool. We'll strip your ass. Moving on. They have a scheduled fight for that belt. The ball
he's this generation's
the
best.
show
That's
must
what
go
he is.
on.
And everybody knows that with
go
or without the WBC belt, he's this generation's best, with or without that WBC belt.
Child, carry your ass. Is there anything else, Boxing Hacker, baby? Is there anything else?
No, you're awesome, Jack Queen. Salute to you. All right.
That is
have
true.
a good night, okay?
All right. You have a good night too. Blue,
Bye.
baby, Blue. Please give me
What
some
up with you,
sort
Queen?
of what's going on with you.
What I want to address is one thing: is Shakur is not the face of boxing.
Talk about it.
He isn't. I mean, everybody knows that. I mean, he could possibly be, but it just depends on how everything, pans out. So I won't ever say that he can't be, but he could be, what I'm saying, in the future. But no, he's not the face of boxing. He's doing what he has to do right now, and I hope that it's a good fight on the 29th of January. Um, between them, I got Shakur winning that fight. Also, I'm not really big on the situation when it comes to the sanctioning body stripping, the WC stripping, Bud. I just feel like, you know what, he has a right to feel how he feels, and his action caused an action, caused a reaction. So it is what it is. They stripped him. So I'm not gonna. I ain't pocket watching nobody. I don't know what it is. I feel like Solomon. With the stuff that he came, that the points that he put out there, I thought some of them were valid, but I disagree with some of them. But and that's all that matters. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that everything's already pretty much worked out now when it comes down to it. Because have they stripped him yet, or they're about to?
No, they stripped that ass. They have Shiraz and someone else fighting for his belt. Yeah, they
Okay.
done with him.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. So it's
they closed
everything
the book
done there
on
pretty
that.
much. You know what I'm saying? He say over that, and that's just how it is. You know what I'm saying? But great live, and on to the next one.
Thank you so much. You have a wonderful evening. Thanks for stopping
You
by,
you
babe.
too. You too. Yep, yep.
Okay. Mr. Greg, they done drove me half crazy. Drove a sister to want to drink. They up here acting a fool. But talk to me. Talk to me. Closing thoughts. We know Shakur ain't no damn face of boxing. I don't know why he even said that shit. But please, what do you think about this belts and Bud and all that crap? Mr. Gray? I guess Mr. Greg done got up out of here, child. Y'all done talk Mr. Greg half dead. Well, y'all, thank y'all so much for stopping by. This has been another illuminating conversation. The bottom line is this, right? Y'all say that Bud had the right to drop his belts and I'm not drop his belts, but not to pay the sanctioning body fees. That's cool, right? And they had the right to strip his ass as they felt necessary. If they were asking for 300,000, but they're saying that they don't know how much he got paid, well, guess what? That's because it was not reported correctly or was not reported to him. Why is it such a secret? Because you're trying not to pay the fees. You don't get to have it both ways. You cannot fight for their belt and not pay their fees. That's just the way the shit works, yo. It's a business, and you got to pay to play. That's just all there is to that. Okay. Thank you, Lee. As far as Shakur Stevenson saying he's the face of boxing, well, we all know that boy is delirious. We don't know what's going on with Gervonta Tank Davis at this point in time. So right now, the 135 division is, in limbo or stalemate or whatever the hell the case may be. I suggest he moves up to 140 to get some real smoke and to be active if he really wants to compete. But he said he's going to leave that to his little big brother, Keyshawn. So who knows? At 135, I assume that since he says he's going to stay there, we're going to continue to get lackluster performances and fights from Shakur Stevenson because who is really at 135 division? I don't think that Abdullah Mason will fight him now. I mean, who else is he going to fight? Is he going to go and fight Sam Noakes off of a loss? He said he doesn't want to fight Kid Austin anymore. So who the hell knows who he's going to fight at 135? It'll probably be somebody's washed up granddaddy who washes windows for a living. Who the hell knows? But we do have him getting ready to fight Teofimo Lopez. We don't know. I honestly don't know who's going to win that fight. To me, it's all going to depend on which Teo shows up in that ring. We know he gets up for big fights, so it could be interesting, or it could be a high class game of pity pat. Who the hell knows? But it is what it is. We will be back Saturday to break down this card. Once again, Lamont versus Pitbull. Who the hell knows? I saw somebody in the chat earlier said that Lamont was going to knock Pitbull out or stop Pitbull. Lord have mercy. Y'all going to have to tell me where y'all seeing that at. I'm going to have to watch some more Lamont's fights because I don't think the brother got it like that. But I could be wrong. So who the hell knows? He's going to have to do something if you want to put Pitbull down. I know that much. Probably just outbox him because I've never seen Pitbull even hurt. I don't think. Have any of y'all seen Pitbull even hurt? I don't know. But nevertheless, appreciate y'all for coming through and kicking it with me. I shall see y'all on the next one. If y'all did not get a chance to check out the interview I did earlier with Shadeja Green, please make sure y'all go ahead and check that out. It was a last minute interview because she was moving around, I was moving around, so we kind of just had to get it in where we could get it in. So I understand if not a lot of people got a chance to see it yet, but y'all make sure y'all check that out. Y'all have a good night, and I shall see y'all later. If I find out anything else about this stripping and Bud Crawford, I'll let y'all know. But honestly, I think it's pretty much dead. He didn't pay, they stripped him, it's over. We moving on to the next one. But y'all have a good night. Be safe, y'all. Peace.